Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Cactus Media X or Arizona Cactus Football League's consent is prohibited.
AzCFL.
And welcome to AzCFL Game of the Week, Week 8. Arizona Spartans versus the Phoenix Phantoms. I am your host, Jesse Burke, alongside my co-host, JR Warner. JR, welcome to the broadcast. Tonight, we have a follow-up of last week's night, which was in for the sole possession of first place. And tonight, I believe it's the battle of 3 and 4.
Battle of 3 and 4, battle of two very good teams, two very well-coached football teams. Expect to see two teams that should be very disciplined in their defensive run gaps. Question for the Spartans is, can their secondary hold up? And question for the Phantom is, can their offense put up points tonight?
Definitely. And then, as we know, the Spartans have been dealing with some quarterback musical chairs, if you will, trying to find a proper home and the guy to call their own. But tonight they'll be continuing that dance, shifting around KD and Scotty Bugatti.
Tonight, actually, Scotty will be getting the start tonight here for the Spartans, and expect a very dynamic offense. Got a chance to speak with Coach Wilkins, offensive coordinator for the Arizona Spartans, and he is saying that they spent the last week basically making a dynamic offense to help feature Scotty and help Scotty be very successful tonight. So expect some different formations that you guys haven't seen yet from the Spartans, some different play calling, just to help Scotty be more comfortable behind this offense to really get the ball rolling for the Spartans tonight.
Yeah, then, as we got to imagine, Trey Grant still ailing that hand injury, dying to play in tonight's game as he's going against, or they're going against his former team in the Phoenix Phantoms. But yeah, definitely excited for tonight's event. As always, we had a clean, full slate of football today. The Roll Tide took care of the Tigers of Avondale 20-2. The Silverbacks are continuing their dominance, and they're still undefeated, taking care of the Headhunters 48-36. The Demons got back in the winner's circle, taking care of the Scorpions 21-6. The Outlaws bounced back from last week's defeat and took care of the Thunder 16-8. And then the Reapers continuing their dominance, their quiet dominance, as the hype is within, internal, obviously. But yeah, they're making noise as the Reapers took care of the Titans 34-6. And we still have a ongoing game with the Lions and the Bucks over at Yonkers right now.
Yeah, big up to the Reapers, man, having I believe the best season that they've had in franchise history. I mean, that's something to tip your hats on. They look playoff bound as of right now, and hats off to them. Stay in the course, doing what they got to do to become a very, very, very solid football team going forward.
Yeah, so definitely excited for tonight's event. The Phantoms, we let it know they've been performing well under the early hours, right. But under the lights, I don't know if the exposure or what it is, but things tend to slow down. So tonight we're expecting a high, a comeback with them, some resiliency and some resurgence, and then the Spartans, obviously trying to right the ship with some injuries at the front of the helm, but they're making it work, and tonight we're in store for definitely a competitive matchup.
Yeah, the beautiful thing about both of these organizations that neither of them are making any sort of excuses at all. Both of them still believe that they're just a few key pieces or a few key moves away from being able to compete for a title. And every game that both these teams have been in all season, they've exactly done that. They've been involved in every football game with a chance to win. So expect a very good football game tonight. Defensively for the Phantom, expect them to be very disciplined, stay in their run gaps. They believe that they can attack and be aggressive and get after this Spartans offense. So this should be a great battle of two very good teams here in Arizona.
And the kickoff is underway as the white-on-white Spartans are set to receive, and that is Draven Taylor running it up. Now running to the sideline, cuts it upfield, he's got some room, and is brought down right around the 29 where the Spartans will set up shop. So, yeah, the Phoenix Phantoms coming in. Their red pants, charcoal gunmetal grays, if you will, white buckets, and then the Spartans, icy, white on white, looking to start off this game of the week, week 8.
All right. And I'm curious to see how the offense for the Spartans gets it going tonight. They really got to get out here, establish themselves. It's going to be tough. This Phantoms front seven is very talented. I would say, as of right now, probably second to the Rebels in the league. They are definitely very good in the front seven, and their secondary is second to none. They're very stingy in the back half of that defense as well. So let's see what the Spartans come out in. I'm assuming some sort of run attack or some type of read option here with Scotty just to get the ball rolling.
And the Phoenix Phantoms defense, led by Captain Mike Macagnano Jr., excited to get tonight's event off, and obviously they're licking their chops knowing that the quarterback position is a little shifty, as the pass to Martwan is complete, and he is gunning his way up the sideline and is pushed out. Martwan Weaver had a chance to chop it up with him before the game. I asked him, are we getting dump truck Weaver tonight, or are we getting Mack truck? And he said, I think we're getting Mack truck Weaver. So tonight he's starting the engine early and off with, I'd say, a nice little reception and enough for a first down.
I think that's a real great play call. Talking with Aaron, he wanted to mix up his formation a little bit, do some shifts, use some motions to kind of catch this defense off balance. And there you see him in a 2x2 set, motioning to a trips and also using a wing motion as well with the running back. Great start off for the Spartans here as they run an inside zone to follow.
And Key is wrapped up early, so I'd say a loss of a yard, if not no gain on the play, bringing up a second down. But, yeah, going back to Scotty getting the starting call, that was, I want to say, last-minute decision, because literally before that was news, I was told that it was still up for air. And so shouts to the pressing news that we get right at the deadline here at the AzCFL.
You just got to stay on top of people. That's all you got to do. 2x2 look here for the Spartans. Should be second and about 10.
Phantoms. Somebody got there early as they were showing blitz. Macagnano right there. The flag thrown, though.
Not really sure what the refs got there. Usually when the whistle's blown that quick, there's probably a false start or something of that nature.
Some returning jerseys tonight. Yeah, it looks like it's on the Spartans as they're backing up. But, yeah, some returning jerseys tonight. New numbers. Van Dame is back. He was dealing with a leg injury, high ankle sprain, but he's back rocking number 4 tonight. And then Billy Sewing Jr., he said he got banged up a lot last week, and he doesn't know how much he'll go tonight. So we'll see if we'll see the guitar tonight. As somebody jumped early, as there's a couple Spartans on their back, and that will be another penalty. So, you know, we talk about how the refs get involved, and obviously they're letting their faces and names known early tonight.
Yeah, jittery game, a very important game for seeding and bragging rights for both teams. So, antsy, as we always talk about, emotions are usually high when it comes to a game of the week under the lights. A lot of guys want to have great performances, and so far, a couple guys a little antsy to start.
Definitely. So, also on the defensive side of things, once the Spartans have a couple returning guys. Big name Antonio Smothers, someone we didn't call 2 weeks ago, and this time around he's back. He's rocking number 10 tonight. So excited to see his presence made on that side of the ball. But for now, the Spartans are driving. 2nd and 10. Handoff to Key, and he's running. He's got a man to beat, and he may be gone if he is not caught, which he is. Touchdown saving tackle by number 7 on the Phantoms. That is Justin Barnes.
That is extremely unlikely. The Phantom just don't give up big plays like that in the run game. What a great job there by the Spartans executing up front for Key to find the way there. He only had one guy to beat. He was able to beat that guy in the hole, and then after that he was off to the races. Great job there by Key.
An impressive sail by Scotty to get the fake run. He definitely had some defenders bite on it, which cleared a path for Key, and now they're knocking on the door.
Yeah, empty look here now for the Spartans here in the red zone, barking.
And let's see, something's called timeout. Looks like the Phantom will want to talk things over here.
So yeah, that's a good timeout by the coach. He was talking a lot about being disciplined in their run assignments and their not allowing big plays in the run game, and right off the bat here they let up a big play. So get a timeout here, settle your boys down, have a conversation, go over responsibility here briefly, and then get back after it here and get a big goal line stand.
Yeah, especially when the Spartans have been dealing with some quarterback, I don't want to say issues, but some quarterback confusion, and you think that their presence is going to be made on the run. Right. So to give up some big plays on the run, you got to imagine the frustration setting in that this was supposed to be the secondary, right?
Right.
So.
And again, I mean, yes, there's been some confusion at the quarterback position, but not bad confusion. They've got a lot of guys that can get it done, you know. So the Phantom know to a degree what to expect from the Spartans as far as the pass game goes and the kind of things that the offense likes to do. It's just a matter of being disciplined and now executing your game plan defensively. And so far, just giving up that big play, obviously they haven't. So regroup after the timeout now and see if you can get a big stop.
Definitely excited for this matchup, Marchwan versus Jaden Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Jaden says you get the board out there. There was 4 interceptions thrown, and none of them were to him last week. So he definitely wants to get his hands on the ball if they throw it his way. High snap, handoff to Key, and he bounces in there for about a yard.
I believe Scotty may have had 2 options on that play, whether to hand it off to Key or give the ball to Draven there on the back end, and he might have made the wrong read there. But good look, good job there by the Phantom, staying disciplined, staying in their gaps, being able to make a big play there and stopping there, bringing up a second down.
So, obviously, this big play by the Spartans being slowed down now as they get closer to the goal line, but the Phantoms defense, known for their stinginess and their inability to give up the big play, they want to, reclaim their name here.
Right.
As Scotty rolls right, looks to throw it, passes it, gets it through the defenders, and he's in for 6. Impressive catch. Let's see who that was.
Great roll out there. It looks like LaRue Burley there was on the catch, I believe. Is that a double-digit number?
So number 9.
Number 9. That's LaRue.
LaRue Burley, number 9, splitting the defense. Great pass by Scotty. Underneath pass, got past 2 defenders, squeaked it in there, and LaRue dragged his toes and got it in.
LaRue Burley, the savvy veteran, man. He's arguably probably in some of the best shape of his life. He also does mixed martial arts, and he's got a big fight coming up, and the man is in great shape. Got a chance to take a look at him a little bit before the game, man, and his hard work is paying off as you see him getting in the end zone based on the hard work that he puts in the offseason.
So impressive play, and especially great to get all the mouths fed. As some activity here on the line. Extra point attempt underway by kicker Chris Noble, 29. Coach, Coach was saying that we don't give him, he doesn't get enough love. So Chris, we want to see you give out some noble attempts at the kick.
And Chris has done really well in the P18 game for the Spartans. He hasn't missed very many on the season, unless they're blocked. He has had a couple of them blocked, but for the most part, if he's able to get the ball up in the air, it's usually between the uprights. So let's see what he can do here. All the Spartans got to do is block down and seal.
So 6-0. Let's see.
Billy in here holding. I didn't see him on any of the offensive plays, but he's in here holding for the kicker.
Get in where you fit in, right?
Oh, yeah.
Snap, hold, kick is blocked, like you said, and it's going to fall short. So no live ball, or it was, but no longer. So 6-0 as the Spartans get an early score here in this first quarter, as the game of the week now is 6-0 Spartans. Phantoms looking to bounce back.
Yeah, that's a great start for the Spartans coming out, mixing up the formations, giving a lot of motions looks, trying to keep this defense on their heels. And great job by Scotty coming out opening drive, getting the start here, and marching the Spartans on down with a great run by Key Harris, about 55 yards there to put himself and the Spartans in scoring territory. And then a great rollout by Scotty to LaRue Burley for the touchdown. That was a well-done, well-orchestrated drive by the OC and great execution by the guys out there.
Yeah, then as for the Phantom side of things, they also have newer faces at quarterback. I believe, if correct me, I could be wrong on the starting position, but I believe number 13, Daniel Armienta, is getting the spot.
Yeah, from what I'm understanding, that could be who you expect to see tonight. But you never know. There's been quarterback controversy all over the league this year on who's starting and when.
Yeah, so that was through the grapevine we heard. So we'll find out. Isaac's been getting some looks at QB, and we'll see.
Isaac's a savvy vet. They could always turn to him if they need to. So they definitely got guys who can step in and do a solid job for them at the quarterback spot. But look for this offensive line to try to assert themselves in the run game to try to get out here and be very effective tonight and really slow up and try to beat up on the Spartans defense a bit.
So the kick is underway, and it will be returned by Barnes as he now switches directions and is brought down right around the 30-yard line. So did some dancing, but eventually was stopped around the 30, and now the Phantoms are back out there with, I believe, let's see who's at the helm. And, yep, Armienta is getting the start. So new face, and let's see under the lights if, he makes a big breakout game, but let's see.
Great tackle there in the special teams game by number 27, Jaquarius. Great job there in the open field, making the tackle, not allowing the runner to get to the edge to make a big play. Heavy formation here for the Phantom.
Big handoff, throws, and it is short. Intended receiver, Kendall Johnson.
Yeah, good play call. Trying to catch some unbalance as well. Spartans very quick defense. A lot of ways that you like to attack a quick defense is by using some motion looks and doing a lot of misdirection things inside of your offense. So, as you see right off the bat, both teams trying to catch the defense on their heel, give them something different to look at, as expected at this point in the season. Guys have got a lot of film on each other, so you got to mix up a little bit of what you do and try to be a little bit more dynamic in your approach. It's got a trips look here to the right for the Phantom.
So looks like not much for number 9. There was let's see, Greg Daughtry on the play. It was like a little bit of a pitch, and now third down now, and I don't want to say the panic button, but third down, and Spartans definitely holding their own on defense here.
Yeah, good job there by Reggie Jackson, forcing the ball carry out of bounds there and forcing a big third and long here for the Spartans. Spartans able to get off field here, but the way their offense started out, it could get dangerous. So really big play here now for the Phantom.
Armenta steps in the pocket. Now has to run upfield and is nowhere. Is brought down by 42 on the Spartans.
That's a great play coming downhill and making a play there.
Yeah, that's number 42. Nameless, as he is not on the roster sheet.
No worries there. Big stop there by the Spartans. Able now to fourth.
Darius Turner. He is on the roster sheet.
4th and long here now. We're going to have good field position here to start too now after that big 3 and out here for the Spartans defense. Phantom offense will get to the sideline here and talk it over with Coach Fisher and make some adjustments going back out in there for their second drive of the game. But as of right now, big stop for the Spartans.
Yeah, and the Spartans looking whole as there's a flag on the play. Good booming punt. This will be returned.
That's number 18, Terrell.
As he now switches direction. He's running backwards. Dangerous play as he's brought down by Jaden. And Jaden, being a punt returner himself, he knows the rules of the road. never go backwards.
Yeah, you definitely can't afford to run backwards there. They were in pretty good position as is. Tough, but, you never want to stop a player from trying to make a play. If he makes a big play there, we all celebrate. So, unfortunate turn of events, but at the end of the day, come out here and execute offensively. It doesn't even matter.
So one of the Phantoms coaches is upset with the refs right now, discussing something, as we definitely seen the flags fly early. So
looks like they're going to replay the down.
Replay the kick, yeah.
And offsetting penalties, one on the Spartans and then one on the Phantom. So looks like number 18, Terrell, will get another crack at it, get a chance to right his wrong, so to speak.
Yeah, he could just kind of do the opposite of what he did last time. So nice weather here at Cortez High School.
Gorgeous night. Gorgeous night for football.
It was hot during the day. It's cooling down. I think that has to do with the sun going away.
Yeah,
but,
a little bit.
I'm not a weather guy. I'm a sports guy.
8:39 left here in the first quarter. Spartans up 6-0 if you're just tuning in. Spartans opening drive off of a big run by Key Harris getting the red zone, and then a rollout by Scotty Harris and caught by LaRue Burley in the back of the end zone for the first touchdown.
And this will be returned again. So let's see. He guns it up the middle, is hooked, and he's brought down by like the 31. So better return than last time.
Better results there.
But let's see, as there's some argument going on with the refs again. So, a lot of clutter here early on in the game of the week.
Yeah, and it happens. Like I said, emotions are high. There's going to be some penalties early on. They'll clean it up as the game goes on. But both teams have each had a possession so far. The Spartans scored their opening possession. Phantom 3 and out on their possession. And now the Spartans are taking their second possession of the game. Looks like they're going to have some pretty good field position as well as they take this second possession.
Yeah, field position definitely being one of the advantages and disadvantages in football, but like we talk about, when you're playing an opponent, you can't gift them with good field position.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to just hand them yardage. It's you want to make your opponent work for every single thing that they get. So going forward, I expect both these coaches both these coaching staffs, so to speak, to get on these teams and make sure that these penalties are limited going forward for sure. One safety high look against a 2x2 for the Phantom.
As a handoff to Key, and he keeps running with room and lanes. Give him the keys, and he'll continue to gain them yards. So
a lot of times when teams run misdirection, what they're trying to do is catch the defense off balance, right? Get them going in one direction, and then see if your running back can find the cutback lane. And he did a great job there, putting his foot in the dirt once the flow side wasn't there anymore, putting his foot in the dirt and getting right back to the cutback lane and making a huge 15-yard gain here for the Spartans. Running game looking really good for the Spartans tonight so far.
Yeah, run defense for the Phantoms, not so much.
All right, I mean, the mixture of motions and formation changes are definitely so far being effective against the Phantoms defense. I expect them to make some adjustments here going forward, but for right now, Spartans really cooking in the run game. Split back look here. They've lately have been running that slot receiver into a motion and running a misdirection with them on the backside with the running back.
So high snap. Scotty's got to recover it, and he calls himself now to avoid further disaster. So nice little gain of 2 yards.
Definitely. Great job making something out of nothing there, right?
Yeah.
Good job there by Scotty. Unfortunately, bobbled the snap, but then able to corral it and then jump forward for a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 9 here for the Spartans. 6:44 and counting on the clock here in the first quarter.
Yeah. And like I said, we have a live game going on the other side of town. The Lions and Bucks going right now at Yonkers. We'll get you guys a score when we can.
Bucks coming off of a big win. That's a bit of a trap game, so to speak, for the Lions. So we'll see how that goes.
Definitely. There's definitely was some internal scuffles with the Lions, after their game of the week loss. As the pass is incomplete, little outside of the hands of, I believe that's Burley.
Yeah, it's a shame because he may have had a little bit of room if that ball was thrown on target there on the bubble screen. But good look for the Spartans. You can see still mixing it up by using motions to catch the defense a little unbalanced here. And unfortunate pass, though, by Scotty, unable to put the ball on the mark there. But Third and long here for the Spartans. Great job by the Phantom defense getting a big stop.
So coming into tonight, both these teams definitely had higher expectations for themselves, but still riding, like we said, the better half of that median lane. But tonight will definitely separate them from the pack. But so far, it's definitely the competitive nature that we thought.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Trips look here for the Spartans.
And Scotty's dancing around, gets past the first defender, and is now brought down, but a couple yards shy of the sticks. Let's see where they mark it.
Great job improvising there by Scotty. Original read not there, or play messed up in the middle of the field, and him improvising, able to turn something into nothing into something, so to speak here, bringing up a 4th and short for the Spartans.
Right, so yeah, just shy of the sticks, and let's see where they call it. Kind of in that uncomfort zone, I'd say. Right. Too far to kick it, too close to punt it.
Oh, no, they're going for it.
Okay. 4th
and short here. You're up 6, 5:20 in the first quarter. This is a very big game for the Spartans to keep themselves right where they want to be in the playoff chase. Yeah, they're going for it here. 4th and short. I wouldn't expect anything else.
JR is a gambling man, so he said he puts all his money on them going for it.
I mean, if I'm an offensive coordinator, I don't believe it's a gamble.
No, I'm saying he just... And this is not a gamble. I'm saying your defiance in what's going to take place.
Oh, yeah.
You put all your money.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Me, I'm like,
back out on the field here. Trips look here. Spread look for the Spartans.
And you're right. They're going for it. So, successful gambling guy we got. As Scotty looks, throws it, overthrown.
Almost had him. Was that intended for Martwan there on the play?
Had Martwan. Kind of confused on the type of play. When you're 4th and short, you just need to fall forward for a first down. You don't need a touchdown.
But he had a guy jump off sides there, so you get a free play.
So there you go. So with that being said, you could dance with the devil, if you will.
Yeah, and you get a free play. You get a chance to take a shot at a receiver that you believe can make a play for you downfield, and didn't connect, but you got the first down anyway. So good job there, mixing up the snap count there by the Spartans, forcing the Phantoms to jump offside, and that'll keep the chains rolling here. 1st and 10 now for the Spartans, 4:45 and counting here in the first quarter.
Definitely looking forward to see this, like I said, the Martwan, Jaden. I love it because not only from a competitive standpoint, but you got older head and well-known guy Martwan, a newer guy, and Jaden in the league. It's kind of like welcome to the AzCFL moment.
Right.
His handoff to Key as he keys to the left and brought down for around 2 to 3 yards. Yep. So.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit dynamic here. You've had some plays that are successful up the middle of the field in the run game now, so you try to stretch the defense a bit, see if you can get something to the outside. But great job there by the Phantoms, defensive ends and outside linebackers staying disciplined, staying home, and able to bring down the ball carrier for a short gain. 2nd and 9 here now for the Spartans.
Definitely, we know KD being thrown in the mix at quarterback the last couple of weeks. Wonder to see if the idea of keeping him healthy or getting him in the mix with the run game as well.
Right. Yeah. Not really sure on how they plan on using him tonight, but they definitely do plan on inserting him at some point in this game.
Scotty throws it, gets a man, and he is brought down quickly after the catch. That was 18. Terrell.
It's a good catch there by Terrell. Even better open field tackle there by number 24, the Phantom. Great play by Jaden Smith coming downhill and wrapping up and making a play.
Yeah, he's everywhere where the ball is, man.
Yeah, real good athlete, solid corner. This Phantom secondary really good, really sound, really solid in man-to-man coverage. Got some really solid hips, so to speak, if you're talking DB language, man, turning their hips, opening up, and second to none in being able to go up in the air and make plays on the ball. So tall task through the air today for the Spartans, but end of the day, playmakers make plays. So we'll see what the Spartans can do versus secondary and what the secondary can do versus Spartans offense and receivers.
Definitely. Now 3rd down as Scotty looks right, throws it, and it is over the head of Martwan as his helmet comes off upon contact.
Looks like we got some more laundry there. Probably hands to the face. Looks like number 25, one of the offensive linemen here for the Sorry, is that 95 or 25?
Yeah,
95. Sorry, but I'm like, 25 doesn't make sense. That's not an offensive lineman.
They got a running back playing linebacker.
Yeah, right?
Or
Number
offensive
95,
lineman.
his helmet came flying off there, so probably legal hands to the face. Yep,
That's,
personal foul.
Donald Malone III.
Yep. Yeah, so that's exactly what they got there. Personal foul, hands to the face. Unfortunate for the Phantom there. They had the Spartans there in a 3rd and long situation. Now those chains will move and bring up a 1st and 10 here for the Spartans, keeping this offense on the field.
So, Phantom's defense putting themselves in some early danger here, down 6.
Yeah, still time to salvage this defensive series, so to speak. If they come up with a big stop here or perhaps a turnover, they could definitely, have something to cheer about. But definitely got to make something shake here, so to speak. Pro look here for the Spartans.
High snap. Scotty gets it. Looks like an option pitch. Gets it to Draven as he slips. I believe that's not Draven. That is Martwan as he's slow to get up. No, that is 16.
Yeah, we'll try to get a number here for you in a minute.
It's Jake Smith. So slips and then was made contact kind of slowly after that, slow to get up. But now 2nd down for the Spartans.
The only thing is that I don't mind the play call. I just would have liked to see that maybe ran to the far side of the field, get the kid a little bit more room to work in case he's in a one-on-one situation. But who am I to question? So far, he's got a touchdown up on the board, and so far the offense has been very successful moving the ball again along with the help from some penalties. So 2nd and looks like 11 here now for the Spartans. 2-by-2. Sorry, make that an empty look here. Trips down to the short side of the field.
Scotty runs it up the middle now, cuts it to the left, cuts it back up inside. Ball is on the ground. Let's see if
they're calling it a touchdown, saying he crossed the plane.
He crosses the plane, So Scotty Bugatti is in, and the Spartans are now up 12-0 with a pending extra point attempt underway. Let's see if they go for 2 to keep it, to make it an even 14, or if they're going to give Chris Noble, the kicker, some love. And looks like they're going for an extra point attempt. So
and I really like the way the Spartans are utilizing Scotty's talents and abilities here. You use them in the read option game. You use some motions. You use some different formations to get the defense eyes chasing and looking in some different directions. Then you spread them out, go an empty set, and you have a design run play to a star running back, so to speak, who now is your quarterback, and he's able to gash him for a big gain. Great job right now so far by the offensive coordinator here of the Spartans, getting these guys rolling. You can see it in the way he's mixing up his plays and being really dynamic in his approach towards this Phantoms defense. Great job.
Yeah, so definitely is some early noise by the Spartans. And the Phantoms got some early housekeeping to attend to as they are down early in this game, as the snap hold kick is good. And Noble with a Noble point after attempt and conversion. The Spartans lead 13-0 early.
Yeah, if it doesn't get blocked, it's usually good for the kid, man. He's definitely got a good boot. Good job there by him getting an extra point now. 13-0 ball game for the Spartan with 56 seconds left here in the first quarter.
So, like we said, we had a full slate of football. Let's see if we can get a score on the current game going live. I know that the Scorpions game was halftime. And now, it became final. So the Demons actually took care of the Scorpions 27-18.
Oh, good football game.
And I believe, like I said, the Lions and
Bucks
are right now at Yonkers. So we'll get you a score when we can. Like you said, trap game. The Bucks are playing for,
They still got a shot.
Morale.
I believe. I think the Tide win today may have hurt them a bit, but I think if they win out, they need a Tide to lose quite a bit of games to get in. But they're playing for each other at this point, man. They had a big win last week, so good job by the Bucks, and I'm sure they're going to give the Lions all they can ask for tonight. As
the kick is returned, looks like Jaden has it as he's bouncing outside and is brought down right around the 35. So good field position for the Phantoms that definitely want to get something going here, as this game early is all Spartans.
Yeah, it's starting to heat up out there too. You're seeing some blocks being thrown, some helmets flying, some bodies flying everywhere too. Man, the game is really starting to pick up in intensity out there. Spartans flying everywhere, and Phantom now in a situation where their backs are kind of against the wall, being down 2 scores, trying to fight back. So, great action-packed football game here on a great Saturday night.
As
2x2 stacked look here for the Phantom.
Handoff now. As he is met early. That looks to be, I believe that's Sparks, number 4 on the Phantoms.
Yeah, good job there by the Spartans, showing blitz from the get-go right up the middle of the defense. Looked like they wanted to attack the A-gaps right away. And good job by the defensive end, staying disciplined, able to come downhill and make a tackle. So Spartans so far doing a solid job wrapping up, making tackles, not allowing big plays here for Phantom in the first 2 series. Phantom, though, still able to pick up about what looks like about 3 yards in that play. Is going to be 2nd and 7. So big drive here for the Phantom. They got to get something cooking.
Definitely. With that being said, we've approached the second quarter now of AzCFL Game of the Week. Phoenix Phantoms down 13-0 to the Arizona Spartans, who are rocking the white on whites, and the Phantoms rocking their home grays or like I said, gunmetal gray with the Arizona Cardinal red pants. So far, competitive matchup, like you said. On the scoreboard will be all Spartans, obviously, but yeah, I mean, we always say it, plenty of football. We saw last week that the Lions almost came back within, that Vince Lombardi quote, they didn't lose, they ran out of time.
Yeah.
As they produced 14 points within, I think, the last 3 minutes or something like that. Right. So, plenty of football left in this game of the week.
Oh, yeah, this game is not over by any means. I mean, 3 years back, I know it was dating a while back, but the Spartans and Phantom played a game, and Spartans jumped up on them 21-0 right from the get-go, and the Phantom actually came back and won that game 28-21. So the game is never over. It's all about adjustments. It's all about how your guys respond to adversity, and the Phantom, they're one of the best organizations around. They'll definitely respond well. So definitely a long way from being over here tonight for sure.
As the refs are getting involved early on this drive.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what this quarterback here for the Phantoms got. We don't really know much about the kid, but he's got the start here tonight. His first throw went into the dirt on a screen play. But I'm curious to see as he warms up, as he gets more comfortable in this offense, as the game progresses, exactly what he'll bring to the table. But to make him comfortable, got to get this run game going.
Fumble. Bad handoff. The ball's on the ground. Let's see who comes up with it.
Spartans offense walking on the field.
And the quarterback is running off the field. That's the first sign of something going bad for him and well for the Spartans. So with that being said, the Spartans continuing their dominance on both sides of the ball and putting their offense in a great position now. Unfortunate chain of events for the Phantoms as when it rains, it pours, right?
Yeah, when it rains, it pours. They say, bad things come in 3, so they got 2 scores now. Scored on twice and now a fumble. So hopefully now they can settle down and start playing some ball. But, I mean, with a new quarterback coming in that, they're obviously not very familiar with as well, and as well as we aren't, those kind of exchanges kind of happen between quarterback and running back. And unfortunate, it's not a timely turnover. It's not one that they wanted to have at this particular time, but they'll get on the sideline, they'll rep it a couple times with each other, fix whatever went wrong with that exchange and come back out on the football field and make it happen.
Definitely, and now, the Spartans already in Phantom territory, so.
Trips look here for the Spartans.
Scotty looking left, now looks right, throws it, nearly intercepted by Jaden as he was all over Martwan on that one. Great breakup play, one-on-one coverage, and that's the battle we're looking for tonight.
Right, and I will say one thing, if they don't want to get stagnant on offense, Scotty has to be able to make some plays with his arm today. So far, you've seen that ball kind of sail on him on a couple different throws. He's overthrew Martwan on the free play, and then he threw a hitch route earlier that went over someone's head, and just now another high pass to Martwan. So he's got to bring that ball down, man. He's got to be able to execute a couple passes in the air just to keep this defense honest. If he's unable to do that, it can get real tight and real stagnant for the Spartans offense. So I'm curious to see how he settles into the game and gets his arm going.
So second down now. Scotty and co. Scotty now handoff up the middle. There's Key. And is not able to shed the tackle. Nice tackle. That looks number 8.
Number 8,
yeah.
Jerron Green.
Yeah.
linebacker for the Phantom. He's having a great year this year, Mr. Green, man. He's been everywhere. He's got some highlights this year that are second to none on the hit scale, open field tackles that have been second to none. And as you can see, there's a great athlete, can come downhill and make one-on-one plays with some of the best athletes in the league, man. Shout out to him and the season that he's having so far this year for the Phantom.
Green means go, right?
Yeah, definitely means go. I felt you holding on to that one. I want you to know that I felt it.
It's palpable, right?
I felt you holding on to that one. I really did.
Yeah, well, that's why we do this. Jesse Burke, J.R. Warner here in the booth.
Another trips look here for the Spartans.
As everybody jumped, as flags are flying, it's a party out there.
Yeah, I think the Spartans may have moved on this one. I'm curious to see a little, looks like simultaneous movement, like both sides kind of move at the same time. Yep, they got the Spartans there.
So Spartans definitely jittery, trying to get into, just pile on the scoreboard, but gotta put tie their shoes first, so to speak.
Right now they're at a point where they kind of smell blood. Another score could hurt the Phantoms. Obviously, while they got them on their heels, they want to get as many as they can possibly go on before this Phantom offense gets going. Right? You want to get up as many scores as you can. So, but they got to settle down here and play some football. Looks like third down here now for the Spartans.
Yeah, and like we always joke about, Madden territory, 21 points is when you hand over the controller, so they're not trying to get there as Scotty throws it and complete to Martwan.
He's got the first down.
As he took Jaden for a ride with them as they extended, let's see.
It's going to be another personal foul here on the Phantom. Like we had some extracurricular activity by the defensive tackle there for the Phantom.
Will they add that on top of the play?
Sort of looks like a good catch and run there by Martwan. One thing that a lot of people, I guess Martwan's made some big plays down the field on fade routes, post routes, but his ability to catch the ball and turn upfield on these hitch routes is second to none in the league. His feet, his motor gets turning so quick, and he takes that hitch route that looks like it was going to be for a short 3-4 yard gain and turns into a 15-yard play. So shout out to Martwan, great play by him. There you go, Martwan. Now you can't say I don't never shout you out, man.
Yeah, and we're seeing early signs of the Mack truck. So shouts to you, Martwan.
Yeah, good play. Spartans offense cooking here early, man. So far, 2 possessions, 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, so to speak. Sorry, not just 2 scores, but 2 touchdowns. And the Phantom here looking for answers, man. They got to figure out a way to slow this offense down. Trips look here for the Spartans. Tight end attached on the opposite side.
High snap. Scotty looks left, throws it. Incomplete as intended receiver Vaughn was there.
I want to be careful. They're getting a lot of man-to-man look here on the outside against these trips looks. So might want to be careful in the screen looks. They got some really good DBs. I can probably jump one of those and take it to the house. So I'd get back to the run game here. Get back to that read option look. Get back to handing the ball off to Key. That's been what's been working for you guys tonight. Get back to it.
Definitely. I mean, we've definitely seen how the capitalizing on mistakes. So even though the Spartans are running downhill, all systems go right now. The Phantoms have some ballers that could, like you said, return a pick to the house. I feel like if it's a situation where if the Spartans blink, the Phantoms are going to take advantage.
One mistake, and this is another opportunistic defense. One mistake, and they can make you pay. So stay focused and execute your game plan. Get back to the run game here. See, there's the read option.
Fakes the handoff. He's got some room. And let's see where they mark it. He's shy of the goal line, I'd say around the 4-yard line. So
in these first 3 possessions, you're already seeing that this offense has kind of changed their look. They're a lot more triple option, read option based offense, mixing up the formations, putting extra bodies in front of Scotty in the run in certain run formations, and also spreading them out and giving them basically taking defenders out of the box and seeing what he could do between the tackles by himself. Really, really dynamic approach here for the Spartans to start this game, and it's showing by their ability to march on down the field.
So 3rd down now as Scotty looking comfortable, looks left, throws it. Dangerous pass as that's a little out of the reach.
It touched his hands. He should have caught that one. That's tough.
As I believe that was Draven.
Yeah, Draven had one there. I'm sure he wants that one back. He had both hands on the football. It came in kind of spicy, like Louisiana hot sauce, and he wasn't able to corral it. But good try there by Scotty. Great stop by the Phantom. End of the day, a drop pass was a stop. So good job.
Louisiana hot sauce is up there. I'd say top 5 I'm a Frank's guy as well.
Frank's is solid. I like Frank's.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Louisiana. You definitely got to have Louisiana with some gumbo or some rice.
It's southern. I was going to say, like some southern food,
Yeah,
you
southern
know?
food, catfish, that kind of deal.
Yeah, I mess with, I mean, it's not since the pandemic, but the broiler, like those like seafood broil spots.
Oh, yeah. I
Fire,
love good seafood. Oh,
you know?
yes.
Yeah, once I get my second vaccine, we out there, bro.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Fourth down here, split back formation.
Flag thrown as Scotty rolls out right and is pushed out of bounds. Let's see what the flag is.
If this one's on the Phantom, this could hurt. It's going to bring up first and goal if it's on the Phantom here.
And that's talking about gifting the offense, right?
Yeah, it's a real tough situation here if it's on the Phantom.
Because it's not, you think about it, it's like, oh, a first down. No, they give them 4 more downs, right?
Yes. You give them 4 more cracks at it.
Yeah, man.
Get a chance to get off the field there.
That's like giving the other boxer 4 free punches. Like, come on, bro.
That's on the Phantom. That's tough. Offsides on them. So that'll give the Spartans a first down. It'll be first and goal, first and short here for the Spartans.
We live in a desert, but like you said, when it rains, it pours here. And the Phantoms right now are feeling it. But still early in this second quarter, late in this first half. But so far, all Spartans.
Actually, they're still showing fourth down on the box up there. So maybe not a first down here for the...
Unless the chain gang is just late to the memo.
All right,
So, yeah, fourth down now. So, regardless, fourth and short. And the sticks are still up, so they could get a first down. As the handoff, or the pitch.
Yeah, he's in. He's in.
And he is in. So, let's see who got that score. As the Spartans are letting it fly here, 19-0.
Man, these guys are cooking out here right now tonight. They are Chef Ramsay with the pot. I'm telling you, they are out here clicking on all cylinders in the run game. Now, granted, the Phantom have had some unfortunate penalties to help keep some of these drives, this last drive and the drive before that alive for the Spartans, but they've got to figure it out. This Phantoms team is not one to give up so many penalties and give offenses second chances and third chances. They've been doing that for the Spartans, but kudos to the Spartans, able to capitalize, continuing to be dynamic in their approach, and Scotty's having a very, very, very solid football team.
And there's some
football game.
internal issues going on with the Phantom sideline. Hate to see it, as we have family and friends here at the high school level. Definitely want to remain calm, but you gotta imagine football being emotional as the kick is blocked, but Billy was able to conserve the kick, but then a late hit and the flags are flying. So some chippiness on the sideline, some chippiness on the field. AzCFL game of the week. This is what we live for, folks.
Yeah, you got a prideful bunch of guys. You got a defense that's not used to giving up 20 points by halftime. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen for this group of Phantoms guys. They're in uncharted territory. So there's going to be some harsh words said between each other, some tough love, so to speak, between each other. But it's gut check time. And, someone on that sideline has to step up, has to be the voice, and has to gut check these guys and get them going, get them riled up. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need some sparks between them, so to speak, so they can get out there and use some of that energy towards the Spartans, because right now the Spartans are pouring it on. It doesn't look like there's going to be any sign of them letting up.
And with that, 19-0, Spartans are definitely feeling themselves on their sideline, more of a positive way. But, hey, football is that. It's emotion, it's mental, it's physical. And, it's all about riding out and ironing those wrinkles.
Yeah. And like I said, this is, again, a well-coached football team here in the Phantom. Yes, they are down 3 scores, but they are capable of putting up scores in a hurry and getting it all taken care of on the defensive end. So they're going to make their adjustments, and they're going to come and they're going to fight. At the end of the day, they're going to fight. They're a very prideful group of guys. So Spartans can't afford to let up here. Defense has been playing well. They got to come out here with that same exact type of intensity and definitely try not to let up anything on this kickoff here. 3 phases of football. Make sure you kick off and get down and tackle well.
And speaking on, the change of pace and kind of getting different emotions and energy out there, we saw that with the Lions switching up with Tyree Taylor at quarterback. Granted, Arturo wasn't doing as much as they wanted him to do, right. And there was a form of they were feeling stagnant, so they switched it out. I don't want to say that Armenta for the Phantoms is doing that bad. It's just the Spartans are doing that good So this idea of like if they put in another quarterback, it's not because of his performance, but it's just like they want to change the energy, right?
Well, there's been some miscues. I mean, there's been some bobbled snaps. There's been some, first start kind of things happening. So yes, there's been some at fault for the quarterback, but at the end of the day, they've ran the ball a couple times. They've gotten nothing in the run game. They've been really stagnant. So right now, everything's at fault. The offensive play calling's at fault. The offensive line's at fault. The quarterback's at fault. Everybody's at fault at this point. You got to come out here and you got to make something shake.
Yep. As handoff now to Sparks is quickly diffused as Smothers was on the play, coming up with a baby celebration.
Yeah, good play by him coming down off the back end, chasing the play from the backside, able to make a play. He started from the weak side of that play and came all the way to the other side of the field to make the play in the backfield.
Started from the bottom.
Now he's here. Again, I could see the wheels spinning every time.
They spinning. So.
Got 2nd and 10 here for the Phantom. Last play went for no gain. 2-by-2 look here for the Phantom.
QB looking right, throws it. Complete to big man, 33.
That's a good catch there by Dre Roberts for the Phantom there. Good seeing the quarterback get the ball out there in rhythm. Nice ball, good spiral on it.
Stepped into it.
Yeah.
Good pass.
So, yeah, I mean, that's the first real pass that we've gotten a chance to see him to do, and so far, I mean, that looked pretty good.
Yeah.
The first one went straight to the dirt, but that pass there looked really good. So
that was a textbook,
Let's see if they open it up here and see what he can do. Spread this Spartans defense out and attack. 2-by-2 look here now again for the Phantom. Spartans showing one safety high.
Handoff again to Sparks. This time bulldozes past the defender, shakes the second one, and he's still moving. Good on him saying, hey, put the team on my back. First down, and the Phantoms are moving.
Shoulder tackle. We haven't seen that all game so far here by the Spartans. The shoulder tackling, just reaching out with an arm. But that's not going to cut it, man. That running back's bringing a load. You gotta bring more than just your shoulder if you want to tackle this guy. And it showed there him being able to break some tackles and keep the ball rolling. Big first down for the Phantom. Now that they're cooking now on offense, able to get something going here. First down there for the Phantom of the game. Good job.
We always talk about one foot in front of the other. You can't score 19 points at once, so slowly chipping away as the pass is complete and met early by the defender, gained for maybe 1 or 2 yards.
A solid open field tackle there by the corner on that side of the field there. A little quick screen play out there to the wideout. Great job just breaking down, making a solid open field tackle. Gain of about 2 there for the Phantom.
I love seeing the different positions, size difference, man. Seeing Reggie line up against number 12. Right. What a size difference, bro.
The cornerback on that last tackle was number 21, Cameron Scroggins.
Yeah. Camp playing against his former team, and the Phantoms. The ball is down again, and the Spartans may have it.
They got it again.
And heads up play by the Spartans as that ball is, I'd say, tied to them as it's everywhere they go. And the Spartans now are continuing the good luck, and the Phantoms are continuing to shake their head.
That's just so unfortunate. They're able to get a couple good plays now on offense. They get a first down, and they come right back around and put the ball on the ground. That's tough. But on the other end, Spartans get another chance to try to keep it rolling. Let's see what they can dial up and what they can do. This Phantoms defense needs to get off the field. They've been on the field all half long. And
the fumbles that we've been seeing, been high handoffs off the chest, bouncing off, right?
Yeah.
Get them lower, get the running back lower. I don't know. We can only call what we see, but so far we've been seeing the ball in the dirt.
It's really hard to see exactly where they're having a miscommunication there on the handoff, but they got to get it fixed. Get on the sideline, have some exchanges, get it fixed.
As Scotty's backpedaling now, flag is thrown, and he is not able to get that ball off, or he is.
He is.
And let's see what they call it, though, as he may have been out of bounds before he threw it. Let's see what they call it, as there was a flag thrown. A lot of confusion. The refs are spotting it at the completed pass.
Maybe a hold on the Spartans here, so
this may be coming back.
Great athleticism there by Scotty, able to roll out and then get the ball about 45 yards down the field. It's a great play.
Yeah, I mean, to throw it without having foot placement, that's right. That's all arm strength. So.
That's all arm strength, just chucking the ball down the field.
Bro. That's what's that game, jackpot or 500?
Yeah.
Just throw it up in the middle.
So it looks like that is going to be a holding, a 10-yard loss here for the 10-yard penalty here for the Spartans. I'm not sure if it was actually a holding, but whatever it is, it cost them 10 yards.
And like we say, the Phantoms, they'll take it where they can get it, right? So if the Spartans are going to kind of kick themselves in the back, the Phantoms will take that.
Definitely. I mean, it's definitely the other way around. A little earlier when they're getting penalties and the Spartans are capitalizing off of that. So yeah, one to go in the Phantoms' way finally for them. I'm sure they're excited about that.
Yeah.
Trips look here for the Spartans.
High snap, handoff to Key.
Still on his feet.
He slips. So again, the Phantoms will take any stop they can get if it's taken by Mother Nature.
And the defense here, after that penalty, they're kind of flying around a little bit more. You see the safety coming up ready to take someone's head off there in the backfield, and they're starting to move, starting to get active, man. You can definitely feel them needing. You can definitely feel that they need the urge. They have the urge to get off the field. They're flying around, trying to make plays. They're adjusting. They're starting to talk a little bit more. So they're getting a little bit more active, man. So let's see what the Spartans can do, or if they can even execute.
So back when you're playing days as a defender, and your offense keeps putting you back on the field, and the time of possession, it feels like you guys are on double the field time that they are. Is that you ever pull over?
Surprised at how often that happens.
I'm saying you pull a offensive player, you say, "Hey, bro, is this something I said? Like, is this a personal thing? Like, I don't need to be doing all this cardio." As Scotty throws it over the middle, complete by Martwan Weaver.
Good catch.
Big boy catch as he's slow to get up.
Took a good hit there. Took a good hit by number 24. Probably got the wind knocked out of him.
This matchup, Jaden on Martwan, like I said, is the type of matchup you live for if you cover football. And Martwan's slow to get off, and he's getting to the sideline. But good on you, good play. And like I said, the Mack truck is rolling early in this game.
Good job by Martwan, man. Able to make his presence felt so far early in this game, making some big plays here for this offense, and they're rolling again.
Then Jaden's got to be confused because this is the most passes that's gone his way all season, man. Like I was saying, we were joking around, if there are 10 passes thrown his way, and I'd say we're halfway there already.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. At the end of the day, I mean, you got a savvy veteran receiver over there that they trust, so they don't care who's on him. They're going to try him.
Yeah, they're going at him, and you love to see that. As
another free play here for the Spartans.
Scotty cuts it up and is brought down, so free play. But let's see what they third down now. Let's see what they call it.
Yeah. Phantom just can't seem to get right defensively, man. Another third and long situation here. They just got to come up with the stop. It seems like they got another penalty here to keep this drive going here for the Spartans.
I did not want to jinx them, but like I said, they are not. They slow down under the lights. They play better during the day, and I don't know what it is, but hopefully I'm proven wrong.
I mean, that overtime game that they had with the Rebels was, it was a little slower paced game, but it was a good game defensively.
Yeah, it's true.
A real good, solid defensive game until that last play of the game.
Right. But, there's shutouts, and they're coming up big in the morning games, the breakfast bowls,
Yeah. There's the ref giving us a signal for the offsides there against the Phantom. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 here for the Spartans. Now, this is dual threat territory for the Spartans. I mean, they can run or they can pass. They can utilize Scotty here in a rollout, which I'd like to see, a rollout here to the far side of the field. That's what I'd like to see.
Scotty now throws it.
Throws right. Good pass.
Complete. I think that's to LaRue.
Yeah, that'll be enough for the first down. What a good pass there by Scotty. Great job of the offensive line creating a pocket there. Him able to set his feet, turn his hips, and get the ball out to the receiver on the out route. Great job there by Scotty. Good pitch and catch.
And I think we know who the quarterback will be for the Spartans going forward to the rest of this game.
I mean, if they continue scoring like this, anybody might play quarterback here going forward. I mean, it might be time to get some some other guys some reps. You never know. But yeah, Scotty's playing really well so far. That's what he expects from himself. He expects himself to come out here and perform, and he's definitely making it happen.
Will we see another bag of potato chips with Scotty on them on the picture? That was hilarious.
That was extremely funny.
Shouts to marketing. That's what I live for, bro.
That was extremely funny.
And I'm a lazy guy. We both East Coast. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? As Key now runs it to the left, plays in traffic.
I know that play was probably designed to go outside, but he had a really nice opening up there between the B and the B gap. If he's able to put his foot in the dirt and go north, he might have been able to get a little bit more. But still, Not a bad run, able to pick up 4 or 5 yards there on the play. Bring up second and about 6.
So approaching the 2-minute warning, about 15 seconds away. JR, usually towards the halftime, we talk about getting in the heads of the coaches. I think there's just one side of the coin I think we're going to get inside.
Yeah.
One team kind of has it figured out. The other one wants to figure it out.
Yeah. If you're the Phantom, you're talking about limiting mistakes. You fumbled the ball a few times on some possessions. You haven't been able to really get the ball going offensively, rolling. So you sit your offense down. You ask your quarterback to settle down. You talk to your offensive line about trying to create some holes, and you get the ball to start the second half. So come out. You're really focused on that opening drive, coming out, asserting yourself, and putting some points up to put some pressure on the Spartans offense.
And then if you're the Spartans, it's just kind of like, hey guys, keep it up.
If you're the Spartans, you got to look at the scope of your season. You're not in a position to where you can let up. You got to still continue to work on some things, get better, still continue to do what's gotten you to this point to where you're up 3 scores, right? You talk to your team about execution. You talk to your defense about continuing to be disciplined, continue to be solid. The secondary for the Spartans has been known to give up big plays in the secondary. So you talk to them about being disciplined here. Expect to see some deep throws for the Phantom as they try to climb back into this game. You talk to them about staying over the top of their routes. And you talk to your offensive line for the Spartans about continuing to bring the fight, continuing to be aggressive. This Phantoms team is well coached and they're not going to let up. So you got to finish this game the same way you started if you're the Spartans.
So now inside the 2-minute warning, let's see what the Spartans come with as the handoff up the middle. And I believe that's a Finch, right? No, that is. Let's see who that is.
Yeah, I can't see your jersey number there. I think that's Smith again. Jake Smith.
Oh, Jake Smith. Okay, so getting some love.
Yeah, he's able to get the first down here for the Spartans now. Bring up 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Big run there. Looks like he was able to pick up about 6 to 7 yards there. So minute 33 and counting with the clock rolling here. Spartans up 19-0 against the Phantom. 1st and 10 on, looks like, 20-yard line here for the Spartans. Trips look here for the Spartans. Phantom showing 1 safety high, man look.
Scotty looks left, throws incomplete off the hands of LaRue. As that, you got to imagine he was looking upfield before he had the ball.
Yeah, LaRue's made some good catches already here tonight. It's already got a touchdown under his belt tonight. He's smelling blood. He wants to make as many plays as he possibly can. He might have had a chance to turn upfield and make a big play there as well, but got to corral the ball first before you can get upfield.
So a little over a minute left here in this first half. All Spartans. Arizona Cactus Football League game of the week. Week 8, man. The season's rolling.
Yes, it is, man. It's
crazy.
Going by fast, isn't it?
We've doubled last year's season already.
Yes, we have.
Which is wild to think.
It's crazy.
When the season was, the plug was pulled, I was like, man, obviously they felt like the world was on pause and stuff, but now we're back and
it got so boring. I remember just standing around on Saturdays, nothing to do. At the time I was actually coaching for the Spartans, so it was we were having a pretty good season. Things were going really well, and everything came to a halt unexpectedly for everybody. Life came to a halt, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
So,
but it's the beauty of life, we bounce back.
A year later, we're here. We're able to do what we all love to do, be around the sport of football, whether it be playing, coaching, broadcasting, helping out with the staff in some sort of way, and it feels good to be back
for sure.
Back in front of football.
And like I said, can't make up for lost time, but
No.
You look back and it's like, wow, we're here.
Yeah, definitely.
19-0, man. The Phantoms definitely looking to turn things around slowly but surely, and then the Spartans just looking to continue, man. I mean, Let me ask you: have you ever, when you were in your playing days, what was the biggest, deficit you were facing? What was the biggest blowout you were on the receiving end of?
The biggest blowout I've ever taken?
Yeah.
I used to play for the Wolfpack a long time ago in a league that we won't mention. And we lost to the Headhunters, a team that was actually coached by James Fisher, 58-0 in the regular season.
Wow. as the pass is incomplete. Some miscommunication as it was thrown at the back end.
Worst loss I've ever been a part of in my life.
58-0.
58-0. It was an absolute.
Did you play good, man? Did you have fun?
Nah, it's zero fun when you're losing like that.
Zero fun, sir.
Doesn't matter if you had 100 tackles. Doesn't matter if you did everything you needed to do. At the end of the day, you lose like that, you feel like you had a bad game.
Did you tie your cleats well, or did you look cool?
I looked good.
All right, that's
I looked good in my butt whooping that I took that night. Definitely looked good. But later on that season, we ended up playing that exact same team in the first round of the playoffs, and we won.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was
felt like you were holding on to that story.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad you asked the question.
That's why I do, bro.
Yeah, it was a really fun comeback story that we had that year.
That's pretty cool, man.
Getting better.
That's definitely the journalistic side of things we live for.
Justin, the referee's asking for the clock to be adjusted to 104 left in the second quarter here.
As you ask and you shall receive.
Yes,
104 left here in this half. Spartans looking to add to the lead. Scotty looks left, throws it. Intended receiver, and it is caught.
That's a great catch.
Nice catch, I believe, by Taylor.
Great catch.
Or
that's Terrell again.
Yeah, Terrell.
Yeah,
so
Terrell.
Number 18.
Spartans receivers doing a great job in making plays for Scotty as well so far tonight. Not exactly the easiest catches you've seen tonight, but they're still catching the ball and making plays for this quarterback as they keep the ball rolling here, bringing up now a 1st and goal.
And shouts to Scotty for spreading it around.
Yeah, everybody's touching the ball. Everybody's getting love.
Everybody eats.
Everybody eats.
A high snap handoff to Key. And I think he has the key to the house as he is in for 6, and the Spartans are continuing to pour it on. 25-0 early in this game, late in this first half.
Wow. I'm speechless. Didn't expect this sort of start to this type of football game between these two football teams. I'm sure those watching right now are speechless as well. Did not expect this kind of event, but it just goes to show, man, in this league, any given Saturday, anything can happen. And the Spartans right now are clicking out all cylinders, running, passing, quarterback play, defensively, secondary playing well.
Team cohesion.
Look, they're all together having fun. And then you look on the Phantom sideline, they're in little pockets and little conversations. So gut check time here for the Phantom. 25-0 right now before this extra point attempt. They got to make something shake here soon. I would say before it's getting ugly, but it's almost at that point.
And keep in mind also, with the uncertainties of the Spartans' quarterback position, they bounced back from a loss last week. We didn't know what we were going to get, and they came out and let us know that, hey, that was a hiccup, and they've kind of refound their identity now in the late half of this season.
Yeah, and you want to be playing your best football from midseason on, man. Going into the playoffs is where you want to be clicking, and if they can do what they're doing here tonight versus a defense like this, the sky could be the limit for the Spartans team, but they got to continue to execute, continue to finish, and they still got a whole half to play, so stay hungry and stay after it.
And then it, adds for some internal drama down the road as, Trey gets healthier. You kind of wonder who do you go with as the snap, hold, kick, blocked, recovered by Billy. So
I've learned firsthand, at least as a coach, you always go with the hot hand.
The hot hand or the broken hand, if you will.
You go with the hot hand. Whoever's clicking, whoever's gotten the offense going, and keep in mind, not to knock Trey because he's a great football player as we all know, but this season he hasn't had the best season, so not making decisions for the Spartans, but I think it would be a no-brainer as how Scotty's played, at least on the 2 games that we've seen him on Game of the Week. He's played very well.
So it depends on if the playoff game is on camera or not. Scotty's going to turn up, right?
Right, yeah, it's got to be under the lights in order to see him play his best game, apparently.
So
gives him that high school feeling all over again, right? That college feeling.
There's 51 seconds left in this half, and the Phantoms, man, as I believe, who gets the ball at halftime?
The Phantoms will have the ball to start.
Okay.
Remember, Spartans started off this game.
Right.
Opening drive scoring. They scored on every possession so far this game.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a punt by the Spartans.
No, they scored on every single offensive possession.
As a line drive kick will trickle in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, man, kicker having a field day, man. He's got some big boots going on, not allowing anything in the special teams game. You're looking at some of the Spartans go up and congratulate him after every single kick. They understand and they appreciate all three phases of the game. Special teams is very important. And the Phantoms got some very dynamic athletes, man. If they catch that ball, they can go yard. So really good job by the kicker here and not giving them a chance to make a play.
Yeah, that's kicker Chris Noble, giving him love, as per request.
Noble man. Doing a noble deed, right?
He's noble work from the feet up.
Yeah.
So
2-by-2 look here for the Phantom with 51 seconds here to play in the second quarter.
As Armenta is running, backpedaling, has a guy complete, and he is brought down quickly after. That's
Dadrick, number 2 for the Spartans.
Receiver Mikkel Wesley on the Phantoms with the catch.
Making the tackle there was Dadrick, number 2 for the Spartans. Second and third here for the Phantom. Clock running with 26 seconds and counting.
Armenta throws it complete again to, and he has lost his footing, kind of did a wrestler shoot as he tried to pass midfield. I believe that's number 10.
It looked like number 15, Donald Hamilton. Is that number 10?
Yeah, number 10,
Yeah,
Donald
10,
Hamilton.
yeah,
Yeah, right name.
Yeah, I know Donald very well. I just know, on the football field, so I didn't know. I realized he was wearing number 10. I thought it was 15.
There you go.
But 15 seconds left. That was a good catch. Now Spartans obviously playing, deep coverage here, trying to allow everything in front of them, which they're doing. Come up, rally to the ball, and tackle, keep the clock going, keep everything in bounds. So Spartans executing their game plan here to end the end of this quarter, make that clock work, because there's only 20 seconds left when they started with 58. And the Phantom still with quite a bit to go here, 60 yards for a touchdown.
So let's see if the Phantoms just go for like a Hail Mary play, or just try to, I don't want to say call it quits, but sandbag it for the second half,
Yeah, they got to make something shake here. They got to, I don't think they're in a position to where they can just kind of sit back, take a knee, and just go into halftime. They got to try to get a score, cut this deficit down as quickly as you can. This is a tall task to climb. This offense hasn't really shown that they can move the ball consistently, at least here tonight. So they got to figure out something. They got to figure out something. Screenplay here would be a good option, just to pick up a couple yards and get out of bounds real quickly. But eventually they do got to take a shot at the end zone for sure.
Coach Amy Parham asked her if she brought out some cookies for tonight's game, and I don't know if they're going to be busted out if the game continues the way it does, I
know cookies happening for these boys, and I think they'll figure it out.
Might have to meet her, on the low and be like, hey, the broadcaster did their thing, so.
They're going to give you some coal. They're going to get some coal from tonight if they don't start playing better. Trips right here for the...
As the ball is on the ground again, and the Spartans are continuing to dominate.
Yes, they are.
This is the movie 300. But reversed, because the Spartans lost in that. So
big on the strip there, number 11, Reggie Jackson getting in there and making a big play for the Spartans. Great job by the captain.
And, I'm going to ask you to put your coach hat on, but do we see a change at quarterback for the Phantoms?
I'm not sure it's all his fault, but I would say so. If there's another option out there, I would definitely make a change at this point.
It's not all about fault. You live and die by the quarterback, man.
Yeah, and it's a sinking ship right now. So what they should probably do is maybe look at other options. At least if I was coaching, if there's an option out there, definitely look at it. They still got number 2, Isaac that can get out there.
They don't though. If you notice, he's actually in his street clothes. So Isaac, unless he's keeping his uniform fresh for the second half, I don't think he's in this game anymore.
He may have gotten hurt somewhere along the play, along the night.
So injury to insult to injury, I guess.
Yeah.
Injury to injury.
Adding insult to injury.
As Scotty throws it, goes for broke, and overthrows both his guys as 9.2 left on. So, shouts to the Spartans for stepping on the throat and not taking a knee right now.
Oh, yeah. You smell blood, shark in the water. You want to go get whatever's there. There's more points to be had. You want to go get them. Offense is feeling good. You're playing good. And we're in the second quarter. Who's going to let up in the second quarter?
Right.
You got to keep playing football here. If it continues going this route, like you end up in a route by the end of the third quarter, maybe you can start looking at some different options. But right now, put points up if you could.
And with that being said, a knee is taken.
So he takes a knee.
You know, hey, keep you on your toes as they take a knee. So with that, we're entering halftime here. We have entered halftime at AzCFL Game of the Week. Arizona Spartans on top of the Phoenix Phantoms in a big way, 25-0. Jesse Burke along J.R. Warner here for the broadcast. J.R., obviously, you know, as we approach halftime, I ask you to put yourself as a fly on the wall in both locker rooms. But for now, we're just going to analyze one team as one other team has it figured out. What are you seeing if you're in the Phantoms locker room? What are you hearing? What are you suggesting?
One, execute. Stop having penalties. Stop creating turnovers. Defensively, play more sound. But the offense has got to help them out. They've been on the field way too long. Gut check time if you're an offensive player. Come out here, execute, be the team that you know you are, and let's make this a football game. That's my speech to the Phantom. And
for the Spartans, you just go around, you know, patting them on the helmet or anything?
No. Stay hungry, stay after. As you can see, they're huddled right now. They know what the task is at hand. They know they're playing a very good football team. They can't afford to let up. Keep the foot to the floor. Don't give up. Don't give up anything.
So with that being said, halftime, like I said, we had a full slate of football. Let's see if we have an update on the Lions and Bucks right now. Like I said, the Roll Tide took care of the Tigers 20-2, fighting, like you said, that playoff spot. The Silverbacks continue to take care of their opponents as they cleared the Headhunters 48-36. The Demons took care of the Scorpions 27-8. The Outlaws took care of the Thunder, and the Rebels took care of the Titans. And with that being said, we will come back with about 5 minutes left in the second half. Left to get to the second half, and we will be back to bring you the AzCFL Game of the Week. Stay tuned.
Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Cactus Media X or Arizona Cactus Football League's consent is prohibited.
And welcome back to AzCFL Game of the Week, Arizona Spartans, Phoenix Phantoms. And for those just tuning in, we have a one-sided event in tonight's matchup as the scoreboard is all Spartans, 25-0. Jesse Burke, J.R. Warner here for the second half. J.R., kind of the one team looking to pick up right where they left off, and another team looking to actually start this game tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's make no mistake about it. This has not been a pretty game by the Phantom. Definitely has not been a highlight of their season. They're getting together right now on the sideline, rallying the troops, trying to mount a comeback, knowing that they haven't played their best football and put their best foot forward yet. Got a chance to speak with Fisher, the offensive coordinator, because obviously they weren't able to really get anything going. And he gave me two numbers. He gave me 8 and a 3, and he asked me what they represented. I was like, I'm not sure. He said 8 is the amount of plays they were able to run that entire half, and 3 were the amount of turnovers they had. So out of 8 plays and a half, they had 3 turnovers. He said, if we clean this up, we can start finally playing some football, but they're going to have to take it piece by piece, chunk by chunk, not try to get into one big play, but just come out, play sound football, and execute the second half, and let's give the Spartans a run for their money, according to him.
Yeah, the Phantoms right there, huddled by Coach Parham in their ear, trying to raise the spirits and, kind of let the first half be behind them and start this game fresh with a new identity and new motivation. Again,
a couple years back, these same two teams were in a ball game. The Spartans were up 21-0 and lost that football game 28-21. So this game is not a reach. The Phantoms got some firepower out there. They got some talented football players, good coaching staff to back them. They're going to try to make something shake here. Spartans got to hold on, continue to execute, continue to battle, continue to fight, and continue to scrap like this game is 0-0.
Yeah, so the Phantoms are definitely looking to come back, but on the other side of things, the Spartans are not getting lucky. They're playing very well, so they continue their dominance on all sides of the ball. This comeback's going to be a tall order for the Phantoms.
Yeah, I mean, on the outside looking in, we're saying that the Spartans are playing well, but in talking with Coach Dietrich, he's still got some things that he's nitpicking at, that he's pointing at, that he wants his team to get better at, and that's the job of a football coach. Find out what's you're happy that you're up, but you find out what you've been doing wrong. Someone out there is making a mistake somewhere. Isolate that mistake and have some coaching up points and get better and better and better as the season goes on and as this game goes on. And it starts with every possession, and the Phantoms will start the second half with the ball. So let's see if their good fortune starts off with their intentions, as they got to start somewhere, right? Yeah, they got to start somewhere. They do get the ball here. This is an important possession. Every possession here for the Phantom, obviously going forward, is important. But this opening drive, they got to come out here and at least get some first downs, move the chains, show that they can do something positive with this offense, because it hasn't been very much to shed light on. I believe just one first down picked up that last half. And as the kick is returned, he looks to run it up the sideline. And is brought down by his legs. Some quad-heavy tackling by number 14 on the Spartans. Yeah, that was a great play there. Coming downhill, able to get the legs of the ball carrier flipped up and in the air. Q Johnson putting that tackle in Q, if you will. Right. That's a great play by Q there. So let's see what the Spartans do defensively. They've been a little bit aggressive defensively, bringing some pressure up the middle from their linebackers, and they did a good job on the outside, corners wrapping up and making plays in space. But they got to come out here and reassert themselves again. Let's see what they can do. So Armienta now throws it over the middle. Dangerous pass, as it was a lot of white jerseys around there. And number 3 on the Spartans is arguing that he did not interfere in that pass. That is, so not Jonathan Finch, but that is Finch. Oh, Finch playing DB. Yeah, Finch is out there playing a little bit of DB, a little bit of safety. So Finch arguing his case as he did not interfere, but looks like they're going to call it. So some early gifts for the Phantoms, and they'll take it. Yeah, definitely. They'll definitely not give that back. I like the aggressiveness, though. Show a double move there by the slot receiver, trying to get something in the seam, and they did get something. They managed to get a penalty, continue moving the sticks. Pro look here for the Phantom. 2 safety high look for the Spartans. Handoff now, and he is met by the Spartans line. So white brick wall here early for the Phantoms running back.
And the intensity is right where it left off here in the second half. So.
Yeah, and on that play was number 20, Reeves, and he also took a shot to the back there and getting up a little slow, but good job there by the defensive end in slowing down the play and forcing the running back to cut it back up.
So talking with the Spartans at, in halftime, they're definitely feeling themselves, but they know the Phantoms being a second half team, they are not, riding on, not, I guess, setting in victory formation quite yet, as the handoff to number 9.
That's Greg there with the run. It's unfortunate he slipped there. He had some room to run. He could have turned that into a 20, maybe 30-yard gain there. So unfortunate situation for him, but still a good play. Bringing up a 3rd and 5 here now for the Phantom. Big third down for the Spartans, getting off the field. I'd expect to mix up the snap count here a little bit if I were the Phantom.
So speaking of absence of run game, they're missing their big target AD, as the handoff is up the middle again, sniffed out by the Spartans.
Looked like a gain of maybe a yard, maybe 2 yards there on the play. Bringing up a 4th and short here now for the Phantom.
Running it on 3rd and short, definitely a conservative play call for being down 4 scores.
Yeah, but you got
3+.
Got a new young quarterback out there, and you want to make them comfortable. You want to put them in a situation to be successful. If that run goes for a big gain, we're smiling. But still a 4th and short situation, so it's still a manageable situation here for this quarterback as the Phantom choose to go for it. Obviously down several scores. Pro look here again for the Phantom.
So now handoff up the middle.
Looks like he might have had enough there for the first down. Great run.
Let's see where they chalk it. As first glance looks like, he had enough for a first. So, couple ground game and enough to move the chains. So.
Yeah, definitely a good run there. Great job by the offensive line getting a push up front. Spartans got to be careful here. Don't want to give up any momentum. Up a few scores here. Any slip of momentum can cause same thing you did the first half to happen to you on the back end. So stay the course here. But great job by the Phantom and executing now.
As a pass over the middle is complete to the big man, and he sheds the tackler and spins outside for some more yardage. So this is type of motion they need to get the juices flowing. And good first down, good play. An impressive yards after catch by number 82 on the Phantoms.
Yeah, it looks like that was
Ulysses.
Sorry.
So sorry if we got your name wrong, Ulysses.
Yeah, sorry in advance that we butchered your first name. Apologize.
But hey, clean catch. You cut up the defense on that one. Talking about butchering names. First down now for the Phantoms.
This guy. Oh, man, great play there by the Phantom now. Really rolling. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to momentum. All it takes is a couple plays. Now you got a really good football team here, excited about playing football.
As he throws to the left and bounced off the receiver. I'm rubber, you're glue.
Oh, my goodness.
Whatever you say bounces off me.
Somebody
sticks
got
to
a
you.
face smash right to the chest on that play. Great play by the outside linebacker coming downhill and making a great hit.
So second down now. But in Spartans territory early in this third quarter, Arizona Cactus Football League Game of the Week, Week 8. And the season's flowing, man.
Yeah, season is marching on by, getting here towards crunch time, playoff time, seeding time, figuring out where everyone's going to land. This is an exciting time to be a part of football here in Arizona.
Especially when fake handoff now. Armenta throws it in the flat, complete to 44. A lot of our league schedule is based around, the ending of the NFL schedule with the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And then, we're getting late into our season when we get closer to the NFL draft coming up next month.
Yeah, right. Also, you're getting, late in our season as the temperature starts to rise up here in Arizona. We're going to, next month or so, we're going to be approaching those triple digits. The time of year we absolutely love to be here, right?
Where the snowbirds go away.
Yes, where the snowbirds go back home.
And the traffic gets a little better here in Arizona.
True. 2x2 look here for the Phantom, trying to spread the Spartans out here. Spartans showing 2 safeties high.
Steps in the pocket, now runs it up the middle, and the ball is on the ground yet again. I don't know if it's an extra gravitational pull that's pulling the ball.
They rolled him down there.
They rolled him down. Okay, so avoiding a fourth fumble on the night, if a third, if you will. So,
and unfortunate, just a kid trying to make a play for his football team, man. Put the ball on the ground there, but doesn't matter at this point now. Referees ruled him down, so onward we go.
Yeah, and fourth down now with important conversion coming up. Getting a score on this drive is not only obvious, it's needed.
I look for this matchup down here on this empty set, but the trips look down at the bottom of the screen here. You got number 1 here matched up against number 12, Rico. That might be what they're trying to isolate here with Mikkel Wesley on number 12 for the Spartans here.
Was that 12 or 2, Dadrick?
I believe that was number 12, the guy that was covering the slot receiver. Looks like he's playing a little bit of safety.
I got you.
Yeah, it's Davion May. Mm-hmm. So timeout here taken. Got 9:05 left here in the third quarter. Spartans up 25-0 in the ballgame.
Yeah, and Phantoms trying to talk it over, get a clear understanding on kind of what's working, what's not. This drive, definitely better signs of life than previously.
Yeah, I mean, this drive so far is a little bit kind of what we expected to start the game for the Phantom. They're finally starting to get the ball rolling a little bit, executing on offense, and sustaining a drive, which is, you wanted to see this team come out here the second half and fight. And so far they're doing it. Able to move the ball well, made a couple big plays, and now we're, in Spartan territory and margin. Empty look here for
Armienta over the middle, complete again. So big man in the mix. Traditional tight end. Love to see it. That is, Ulysses out here making the defense feel sorry.
Great pitch and catch there from quarterback to the big tight end there, making a play, able to keep the chains rolling here. Spartans on their heels, and Phantom found some weaknesses now over the middle of that field here for the Spartans. So let's see what the Spartans do to try to button that up a bit.
I know the shutout is sexy on defense in football, but winning the game is even more impressive as pass is batted down.
Great play there by number 2, Dadrick.
Letting the fly swatter come out as he got that ball down in the dirt. But yeah, I mean, there is like this weird timidness or this chase of perfection on defense. It's similar to like a baseball player who has like a perfect game and he doesn't want to give up that first hit or anything like that. The goal is to just have the other team score less points.
Right.
So having them score some is not the end of the world, but I understand the desire to keep that bagel on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you like goose eggs. All defense is like a goose egg. Every game, that's your goal.
As another handoff, and he is brought down shy of the sticks. So
it's a good gain, though. It looked like he picked up about 7 yards there on that run. Great play.
Yeah, that's Greg, number 9, Greg Daughtry.
Somebody rolled up there for the Spartans, still laying on the ground. We don't have an injury timeout here. Hope that young man is okay.
So I was able to catch before we got back here at the second half, the Lions and Bucks were scoreless at half. 0-0.
I told you, the Bucks are going to bring a fight tonight, man.
Yeah, so definitely doing the dance with the Lions. We'll find out if that has scores changed since then. But yeah, 0-0. And the Bucks are playing. It's like they're playing the way that they started. They should have started the season.
Yeah.
Playing for themselves, playing for fun, right?
Yeah. There's at this point, there's really no pressure. Pressure on everyone else that's coming to play them.
Right.
And like I said last week, they had a good game last week, and you find a group of guys that just want to play football and enjoy being out there, and everyone's known all year long that they've had talent to get it done. And and they're coming together. They're playing good football right now. They still got a fighting chance, so to speak, at making the playoffs. Very slim, but fighting chance. And they're coming out here and they're playing for each other and getting it done. So shout out to them, keeping it close with the Lions.
Yeah, fighting chance. But if they keep fighting in games like this, they're giving themselves the best chance.
Yeah, for sure.
So third down now. As handoff again. As bounces outside and looks like he's a yard shy of the stick. So crucial fourth down coming up now.
Yeah, they're in 4-down territory, I would assume, unless it's ridiculous circumstances for the rest of the game. Good stuff we're seeing here from the Phantom. Just power run game coming right down the hill. A lot of inside zone look, and trying just to attack the heart of this Spartans defense. Soften them up in the middle. Might be able to let something up on the outside. Trips look here now for the Phantom.
So a little under 7 minutes to go in the third.
Timeout here for the Spartans.
They want to talk things over. As, like I said, that bagel is looking tastier as the game unwinds.
Yes, and the Phantom are going to do everything they can do in their power to get a point up, to get some scores up. Man, they like I said, very prideful group of men. As you can see, the type of character they all have, and they had a little bit of a disagreement on the sideline. The first half didn't go well, but yet here they are in the third quarter. Yes, they're down several scores, but this is the opening drive. They've managed to put a drive together that's eaten up a bit of this quarter, and it looks like they're right in scoring territory, and they may be able to put some points up here. So it just speaks to the character of this team, these men, these coaches, as they come out here and continue to fight, and try to make a game out of this.
Definitely. I mean, as this is not a playoff game in itself, and both teams are, looking comfortable in the playoff rankings, right. But like we said, it's the bragging rights, and then also just like the identity. You want to play your best football towards the end of the season and not kind of let up.
Definitely. I mean, and so far this would be the if you take away the Demons game that the Spartans had earlier in the year, this has been their most complete football game thus far this year in offense and defense, special teams. So they're clicking at the right time. But here come the Phantom.
As the handoff is going to be shy of the yardage to gain.
Yeah,
so
short.
Unfortunate, but consistent from the Spartans as they are not letting up. So I know tomorrow's Sunday, but bagels are still hot right now.
Yeah, bagels are hot, yep. That's a good job by the Spartans defense, man, figuring out a way not to allow the Phantom to get the first down there and coming up with a big stop, staying disciplined. Now their offense takes the field up 25-0. They only had one drive last half not go for a score, and that was the last play, that last few seconds of the game,
right.
Few seconds of the half.
They took a knee, right?
Right. So they're clicking right now. They look to pick up right where they left off. Let's see if this offensive coordinator continues to be dynamic in his approach, mixing up his formations, his motions, and giving this defense more things to look at as the game goes on.
And also, like you were speaking to about not getting stagnant, now they may be in a position where they can key on the run and just continue, chipping away at the clock now, as the clock seems to be their bigger opponent.
Oh yeah, definitely. The Phantom did they had a long drive there, and it took about 9 minutes off of the clock without getting a score, which kind of works into the Spartans' favor now for sure. So Spartans open it up with a run 2 key for 4 yards, and they pick up right where they left off, able to continuously pick up 3-4 yards in the run game. And Scotty, I talked about him being able to throw the ball. He's made some passes since I've said that. So let's see what they do here. 2nd and 6.
And
2-by-2 look here for the Spartans.
You were saying it also too, like the Spartans are playing their best sides of all sides of the ball with this feeling, like this uncertainty. We don't know what their position is, locked in. But Scotty is making the best, as that pass is actually nearly intercepted right there.
Right, he's making the best out of his situation.
Right, exactly. So
he's coming in. He's trying to be a leader. He's a dynamic athlete. He can make plays with his legs and his arm, and he's coming out here and he's getting it done. At least so far this game, and last game obviously in the game of the week. So, kudos to him stepping up to the plate, and Coach Wilkins challenged him to lead this offense tonight, and he's doing a great job.
So, quarterback on the Phantoms now, getting and talking to Coach Fisher, championship head coach of the Lions a couple years ago.
Yep.
Definitely knows what it's like to see the mountaintop. So, as Scotty now runs to the right, throws it, and out of bounds. As I believe there's a flag down as the refs blow their whistles, and we'll find out what the call is.
Yeah, I would like to see the Spartans at least have a design roll out for Scotty here and let him get out into space with some blockers in front of him. Everything looks to seem like he's just scrambling. When he's unable to scrambling and taking off and rolling out, I'd rather see something more designed for him to do so. But anywho,
Yeah, I mean, but like we were saying, is this is at what point though is the so we talk about how at some point you're trying out for like another team or something like that. At what point are these play calls tryouts for next week, right?
yeah, I see what you're saying. I guess at every point, right?
Yeah.
During the entire course of the game, you're trying to find plays that your team execute well. Try to find different ways to put certain players in positions to be successful. It's an ongoing chess battle as a coach, trying to just stay fresh. Every week. This is the 8th week of the season. That means there's 8 games. There's 8 games of film on you. So you got some really good football coaches out here on the defensive side of the ball. So try to continue to stay fresh, stay dynamic, but still not reveal all of your cards at the same time.
As this is a shallow punt, will trickle just outside of Spartans territory around the 48-yard line where the Phantoms will take over. So, rare punt by the Spartans, but
Yeah, that's the first one of the night.
we're bound to see it eventually.
Yeah, I guess.
4:28 left in the third, and the Phantoms looking to, I'd say, what's the defibrillator? Kind of give some life to themselves. As right now we're seeing a flat line.
Yeah, not really much life on as far as being able to put points up and being successful in the football game. But you see the sideline here. The sideline's still engaged. The guys are still talking to each other, trying to get better, trying to figure this out. At the end of the day, it's not just about this game for either team. They still got a whole season to play, or the rest of the season to play. And both of these teams are right now in the playoff hunt, plan on playing playoff football. So one game doesn't determine your season, obviously. This isn't the game that they wanted to have, but still enough time in this game to get the ball rolling offensively. And if you are chalking this game up, so to speak, get things put together and have a live practice so you can be better for next week.
And, these types of performances are not what define you as a team, but your ability to bounce back from them is
definitely
what defines you. So this game, obviously they're not going the way they want to, but it's just one of many. And like you said, they've afforded I don't want to say you afford room for error, margin of error, but, this is more of a outside performance from them. This is unlike them, unpersonality-like, I guess.
Yeah, I mean they're not used to getting their teeth kicked in, so to speak, right? I mean this is uncharted territory for this team. They're usually a way more competitive football team than we've seen here tonight. But at the end of the day, they're a veteran team. They'll bounce back from this. They'll continue fighting tonight, of course, to see where the chips fall at the end of the day. And then next week I expect a different football team, a team that show up ready to play football. So, but first things first, let's get out of this game. Let's execute. Let's get something. Let's get something to smile about as we go forward.
Right. As Armenta now empty backfield, looking for something, steps into the pocket. Dangerous as he gets into traffic, and Antonio Smothers is there waiting for him and brings him down with eagerness as a second down.
Yeah, he has some help there from number 42, Darius Turner, as well, coming in on the back end and helping him put the quarterback on the ground. So 2nd and 9 here now for the Phantom after that 1-yard scramble there by the quarterback, taking a big hit. But he's a young kid, tough kid. And apparently he could take a hit.
Yeah, definitely. And he's not afraid to. So
yeah, not afraid to
shouts
either.
to that, man.
For sure. 2-by-2 look here for the Phantom.
Looks right, throws it, complete, and sneaks away for an extra couple yards. That is number 1.
For the Phantom.
Mikael
Wesley. See, and that's the matchup I thought they were going to try to isolate earlier in the game when they were in the trip set and they had number 12, Davion, over Mikael Wesley. Mikael is a very dynamic athlete, very quick, got some height, size, and possible athleticism in that matchup. So thought they might have taken advantage of that. They might come back to it here as well. As you can see, Davion struggling with the tackle there in open field.
Handoff now to Sparks, trying to get the some sparks on offense as he is not able to. as that run was quickly met by about 4 Spartans.
Yeah, first in on there was number 0, Jake Lee, coming downhill, making a play from his linebacker spot. So great job there by Jake. And, Phantom looking for answers, trying to figure out what they can do in the run game and as well as the pass game. They've had some success with those hitch routes, and they've had a little bit of success in the off-tackle game. So I'm curious to see what they run here. 2nd and 10. 2-by-2 look here for the Phantom. Spartans showing 2 safeties high. One really high, about like 25 yards back.
Armenta throws it complete. Another big target.
Yeah, that's Jay Roberts again with the catch.
As he's met quickly after the catch, though, bringing him down for, I'd say, 3 to 4 yard gain, bringing up a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, number 20, DeRolling Reeves in there on the tackle, along with a host of Spartan defensive players. Great job there by the Spartans rallying to the ball. 3rd and 6 here now for the Phantom. 1:50 and counting here in the 3rd quarter.
So we're on par with the speed of the 3rd quarter here at the AzCFL. This is, the Taco Bell Express, if you will,
Yeah.
the drive-through.
Yeah, they tend to go kind of quick.
But hey, when the score is like this, everything's up to perception. As Armenta is scanning the field, looking for something, has to throw it completely short to number 1, Mikkel, looking for something, and he's unable to. So 4th down coming up, and Daryl Dobbins is down. Hate to see that. Daryl been tending to a leg injury. He got leg surgery about 2 years ago. Been recovering. One of the nicest guys you'll meet. Very humble, and hate to see him slow to get up here. I hope he's doing better, and hope this is just something like a cramp or something, and it's not that leg, because he's been working really hard to get back out there.
Yeah,
So
he's definitely one of those guys who hurt himself a couple years back and has been rehabbing to get better and better and better, and felt like this season could be his comeback season, feeling good and ready to go. Also managed to lose some weight over the COVID year. So he came back into this year hopeful. I hope, I know Daryl personally, he's like a little brother to me. Hope he's okay and gets up. Looks a little frustrated as he sits there on the ground, though.
it's a part of
I
football.
should say little big brother.
Right.
He had about 200 pounds on me and about 4 inches.
He's like your younger brother, is what you were trying to say.
yeah, just a younger big brother.
But good to see him on his feet and walking.
Yeah, definitely.
So at least he's not getting carted off, which is good to see. He's limping, which is not good to see. But like I said, hopefully it is something like a cramp or a stinger or something, and nothing serious. So, ice up, rest up, and let's see. As he's very frustrated and in pain right now. As you hate to see that when somebody that has a good head on their shoulders is fighting injury.
Yeah, it looks like, but at the end of the day, he's walking off. So anytime you see a man walking off, it's usually maybe a possible stinger or something. We could probably stretch himself out and get back into the game. And let's hope that's just all it is for him. And then you also at that point where you're approaching the 4th quarter, you're down 25-0. He's a starting offensive lineman. Do you really want to risk putting him back in the game as well? So trainers are going to take a look at him, figure out whether or not the kid can go or not. And if he gets the nod back in, Daryl's a competitor. I'm sure he'll jump right back in there.
And like you said, based on urgency, though, being up or being down right now, you don't want to, as the pass there is incomplete. And with that being said, the Spartans are going to reclaim the ball, and the Phantoms are just continuing the head shakes of the first half as they can't get anything going here.
Yeah, but something noticeable is, the young quarterback's working his way off the field right now. Guys are giving him high fives. Yeah, there's frustration out there, but they're still encouraging the kid to come out here and to play, because they understand that if they want to move forward, they got to have this kid play well. They're kind of on their last leg at quarterback, so to speak, and they know they need him, so they're keeping his spirits up and hoping that, a few more reps in this offense as the weeks go on, and hopefully they got something special. But so far he's shown he can throw the ball a little bit here. He can make a couple things happen with his feet. He's patient in the pocket. So as the season goes on, I'm sure he'll start making some plays for this team, and they'll be able to get the ball rolling again.
And then, like I said, Isaac, their backup quarterback, in street clothes tonight, had a chance to catch with him. Second and at halftime, he said he tore or pulled his rotator cuff.
Yeah.
So as a quarterback on his throwing arm, obviously that means as a running back.
Key again takes off on the outside.
Yeah, enough for a first down. But yeah, torn rotator cuff on a throwing arm. That's like windshield wipers on a car when it's not raining. You know,
Right.
Not useful.
Not useful at all. Not useful at all. That's a big run there on the outside there by Key Harris. Their offensive line here for the Spartans doing a really good job in the Trentons battling up and or taking on the challenge here of this front seven. Raved about this front seven, how well they played all year, but you know they've let up quite a bit here tonight in the run game.
And with that, the players put up their four fingers to symbolize we have reached the fourth quarter here at the AzCFL Game of the Week. Arizona Spartans letting it rain here in the desert all over the Phantoms, 25-0. As definitely not the game the results, and as the game's not over, so I don't want to say results, but the third quarter results we did not expect. We definitely thought this would be a lot more of a heavyweight bout going back and forth with the blowing, exchanging blows. But right now, Spartans trying to reclaim their identity and secure that fourth seed. Right?
Yeah, definitely expected a different feel entering the fourth quarter of a game like this. You know, we expected a game to where it doesn't feel decided already, so to speak, right? Like it might come down to the last 2 minutes or something of that sort. But end of the day, Phantom struggling, got some quarterback controversy, struggling with some quarterback play, and the offense not really able to get it going. But you got to give credit where credit's due. Spartans defense playing very well, and the offense has been absolutely lights out tonight. So shout out to the Spartans, and the Phantom will regroup and get back together and get back to championship pedigree football.
As the handoff now.
Ooh, that's a great juke there by Key. Oh my gosh, great juke.
So
doesn't pick up much from it, but it's a great individual effort.
At this point, they're trying to, grind the clock down.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially being in Phantom's territory, But yeah, good play, good juke.
So yeah, you're at the point in the game offensively. You just want the clock to continue to go. Just tick, 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 tick is all you really want to happen. If you get a chance or you get a look that you like from the defense, you may take a shot. But for the most part, you want this clock to continue going. You want to just secure the victory, and most importantly, you don't want to show too much more on film if you've got some hidden things, hidden plays or so to speak of in your playbook.
And Scotty throws it left complete.
There's Martwan.
Martwan continuing to show his Mack truck ways as he gets enough for a first down, and the Spartans are in business.
Again, like I said before, man, he doesn't get enough credit for his ability to turn a hitch route in a 10-yard, 11-yard gain. Takes a 5-yard hitch, turns upfield quickly, able to pick up another 5 to 6 yards and turn it into a first down there for the Spartans. Great job by Weaver.
Especially, again, matched up against that, star-studded corner in Jaden Smith. So.
Yeah. Really talented, athletic kid over there.
Yeah.
He's actually on the bottom side of the field. I think the last play he's matched up against somebody different. I can't quite see his number. Yeah, Jaden Smith's at the bottom side
against
there.
Bonds.
Yeah, he's down there matched up against the wily veteran.
So switching up some love. As Scotty rolls out right, has an option, pitches it, and there's a flag thrown as the running back is tripped up. I believe that was Terrell.
Yeah, Terrell got the pitch there at the running back spot from Scotty. Great job by those two individuals, at least trying to get as much as they could out of that play. Good job by the Phantom defense, though, scraping and getting downhill.
Definitely, from a defensive side of things, what's it like trying to anticipate when the pitch is happening, if it's happening?
Oh, everyone's got a responsibility. You've already talked out who's got the quarterback, who's got the pitch man. So everyone should understand the responsibility. It's two guys in particular got to make sure to do their job, and the other 9 hats got to get to the football.
I gotcha. Depends on what what half of you gets to the football, right?
Depends on what defense you're running. A lot of times a defensive end is responsible for the quarterback because the defensive end will go unblocked because it's usually a read play side on a situation like that one. And then the outside linebacker usually have the pitch man, depending on what kind of scheme you're running. Sometimes the corner can too, depending on what you're trying to do.
The efficiency of that play always takes me back to I remember the Titans when Sunshine said you could throw it a mile, but you can't pitch it 10 yards.
Can't pitch it 10 yards. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. 2-by-2 look here for the Spartans. First and forever here. 1st and 20 it looks like.
As Scotty looks right, throws it into completely phantom territory, so some miscommunication there, or I think Vaughn fell down.
I think it looked like he got pushed a little early. I'm surprised not to see a flag there. It looked like he got, maybe they thought the ball wasn't going to be catchable, but it looked like the DB got hands on him a little early there in the route. Well, the ball's
anything within 5 yards is good.
Yeah, anything within 5 yards is good. So, I mean, he might have been right there within that 5 yard.
Fifth yard.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, I think maybe 5.2 yards. Maybe, but, you know, all's fair. Spartans, as expected, taking their time with their play calling, you know, being real methodical in their approach, just trying to take this time away. They've already been able to take a minute off of the quarter from the third quarter, take the last minute, and then the first 3 minutes of this quarter. So a 4-minute drive here now for the Spartans as they continue to try to take time off the clock, 2nd and 20.
Spartans offense, you know, they're telling the Phantoms defense, hey, your own offense is not giving you a break, so we will. As with that, there's some early action on the line.
Yeah, it looks like another false start here by the Spartans. Big up 2nd and 25 now.
So, reminder, you know, full slate of football today. Some teams getting back into their winning ways. Some teams continuing their dominance, such as the Silverbacks. Outlaws bouncing back after getting bopped over the head last week from a undermanned Bucks team.
Yeah, but a hungry Bucks team.
Right.
A group of guys that really wanted to just play good football. And they went out there and got it done versus a very good Outlaws team that, mind you, regardless of the Outlaws record every season, they're always right there in the thick of things when it comes to the championship hunt. So, good, solid win by the Bucks last week.
As pass is complete by Vaughn, and he gets past Jaden.
It's a good hit.
And going to get flagged for throwing the ball at him after the fact. So, definitely a little disrespect there.
Either the ball or possibly helmet to helmet. It looked like a pretty physical tackle, yes, but he might have led with his helmet. So we'll see what they rule here.
And you got to love the Macagnato, the first person to pop up and say something as the captain. So respectful guy, and, you know, he definitely likes to play the game respectfully. So letting them know that was uncalled for, not appreciated.
It's going against the Spartans, unsportsmanlike conduct. Maybe something was said.
Yeah, like I said, he threw the ball at him, and after the reception.
So there you go. You were right. I was wrong.
You know, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, we're witnesses.
Yeah, we'll say about 2% of the time.
You know,
I'm
2%?
right. I'm right a good 98%.
He's a good 98 degrees.
Let me find out. You're gonna break out in the song up here.
I was gonna, but I actually don't know the words.
I actually don't know the words. Oh no, I don't think there'll ever be a game that far out of reach where we need you to break out in the song. So no,
but if you tune into Intel, maybe you know, I'll give me a song request.
We'll give you some. We'll let you karaoke some rap.
Karaoke,
or something.
bro.
I don't want you trying to hit no notes.
R.I.P. DMX, bro.
Yes, for real. Rest easy.
They had his drive
2x2 look today. Here. Scotty rolls out to the right
as he pump fakes and now throws a dangerous pass over the middle.
He had him
short of his intended receiver.
It looked like that was intended for LaRue Burley.
Yeah, LaRue Burley. So this pocket of the field has been. It feels like this has been the entire second half, right? Just like this area of the field. But like you said, the Spartans now kind of toying with the clock more so than
all they want to do is just chew, get this game over with, celebrate their win, and then move on to their next opponent. So, but as for the Phantom, you're expect them to try to come out here and try to get another score up, or a score up.
Now you're approaching that, you know, I imagine the bagels looking tastier. You want that shutout, man.
The defense here for the Spartans, they're still hungry out there. Don't get me wrong. They don't want to let up a single score. They want to keep that goose egg up there. I mean, they've earned it to this point, so.
As there's Scotty with the punt. So using his legs in every facet. As amazing punt, actually. That's going to be trickled right around the 11-yard line. So if this was Madden and you caddy corner that punt, that's like the green zone.
Yeah,
you know?
The green zone. Yeah, green, just about to turn yellow.
Exactly. See, my guy, that's why we do this. He gets my references. I put him down, he picks them up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've played quite a bit of Madden in my time.
Right. So
9:51 here in the fourth quarter. One-sided football game, 25-0 if you're tuning in late. Really been at least the first half, real dominant offensive performance by the Spartans offense. Really came out and was the offense that we've kind of expected to kind of see all year from the Spartans. They've always been a kind of explosive team, and we're really able to get the ball rolling early. And on the other side, kind of the complete opposite, not really able to get it going. The most productive the Phantom have been was in that third quarter, chewing up I'd say about 7 to 8 minutes of the clock, but unfortunately it came up short with a big fourth down stop by the Spartans. So 2-by-2 look here for the Phantom.
Pass over the middle, complete by big man tight end as he's rumbling, taking the whole Spartans defense with him, just waiting for a whistle to be called as he's not going to be brought down.
That's big Dre Roberts again with another catch. Every time he's caught the ball, he's taking some bodies with him. He's a hard guy to bring down, man. He's about 6'6". If I had to guess, I'd say about 245, 250 pounds. Big guy and mobile. Can run with the best of them, catch with the best of them.
How many Chipotle burritos do you think you could eat? 6'4",
Who, Dre?
250. Yeah.
Oh, Dre, Chipotle, he could put back at least 2.5 by himself.
Whoa.
Solid.
With guac?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if he's a guacamole guy, but yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm just saying that pads the stats.
They just missed the receiver wide open downfield. Number 3 for the Phantom was wide open.
Kirk Sparks, the third.
Kirk was wide open on the short side of the field here. Quarterback just looked at him at first and took his eyes off him and went the opposite way, but he might have had some room to cook up a little bit.
And, I mean, completion or not, I don't think – have we seen Armienta air it out like that? I mean, what was the farthest attempt he had?
I think so far was that play over the middle for about 20, 25 yards when he hit the tight end over the middle.
Right.
But, so far, it looks like he's got a good arm, though. As he's throwing the ball, he's got a nice tight spiral on the football when he's able to set his feet. I am curious to see about how far he can launch it down the field.
I want to get some intel, no pun intended, on where he's from. His quarterback playing game.
Well, I know he's fresh out of the JUCO circuit. Just talking with Fish a little bit at halftime. I know he's out of the JUCO circuit, and even down to the ball size that we're using here is a little bit bigger than what he's accustomed to. So there'll be some adjustments that he needs to make, going forward in his football career, which I'm sure he's willing to do. Obviously, he's out here for a reason. He believes he can get it done. So I don't know much about the kid, but any kid that's playing for a coach like Coach Fisher will be coached up, and he'll get him right for sure.
Yeah, especially like we said, he's seen championship caliber quarterbacks. He's coached them. I believe Fisher used to be a quarterback.
Fisher played free safety, at least when I played against him many moons ago.
John Lickley, I think, used to be quarterback, right?
No, Litchie played wide receiver.
He's a quarterback's coach. That's what it was at a high school, at Millennium. They both are quarterbacks, something like that.
Yeah, no, I think Fisher's coaching at Millennium, yeah. Okay. I'm not sure where Litchie is at nowadays. I got to catch up with him. I'll make sure I get with him after the game. I got to catch up with him.
Yeah, I think he was coaching the high school he played at or something.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
7:15 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Fourth down here for the Phantom. 2-by-2 look.
At this late in the game, what is the quarterback and running back talking about? Netflix or what?
Don't let that guy coming on the blitz kill me, is what the quarterback's saying.
As pass is complete.
Good play.
Brings it up to shy of the sticks, and the Spartans let them have it as it's another turnover on downs. And the Spartans, man, I don't know if it's the white on whites. I don't know if it's what they ate for breakfast, but they're killing it today, man.
Yeah, they're having a good football game. This is one of those games where you got to be careful if you're them. You don't want it to get to your head, because you are playing a good football team. You're having a very good performance. But, you got to stay hungry, stay humble, and continue to pluck away, continue to execute, continue to get better. At the end of the day, this is not a championship. A championship was not won tonight. Both of these football teams will be in the playoffs for a chance at a championship here in a couple of weeks. So continue to get better as the weeks go on, and when the playoffs hit, put your best foot forward.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, they keep receipts as if they meet up in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, if these two teams were to meet in the playoff, I would anticipate a completely different feel to the football game.
Definitely, and that's
for sure.
With handoff up the middle.
Yeah, it looked like Key got the handoff there.
Now they're trying to just turn that clock, bro.
Gain of 4 and 6:14 and counting on the clock.
Starting to see some housekeeping struggles on the Phantoms as not. It's never good to get the receiving end of a tail whooping, especially under the lights, on the cameras. But they're, a championship team, and, they well coached, and they're going to bounce back and hit the film room, and they'll right the ship.
Penalty here going against the Spartans. I'm not sure exactly what the penalty was. Maybe an illegal substitution or something of that sort. But they'll be marching back here. Looks like about 10 yards.
And at what point do you get...
Actually, looks about 15 yards. Wow. So it must have been a personal foul. Something said to the ref.
So at what point do you get KD in there, a different quarterback, to just, keep Scotty fresh? And
me, I'd be doing that now. Me
which
personally.
I think
yeah, there he is.
Yeah,
there's
so
KD.
wow. I swear. Oh, that Inception, baby. I don't know.
Trips look here for the Spartans.
High snap, and with that being said, this is dangerous. The ball is going to be picked up, and the ball's on the ground again, so let's see what they call it. And this might be downed. They're calling it down, so Phantom's ball. And a late hit, as the refs, will be busy throwing these flags, as Phantom defender did not like that extra activity. But, you go until you hear a whistle, so emotions fly, and so is the ball.
Yeah, not having quite the game that you expected, so, tempers are high, at least if you're on the Phantoms end, so some uncharacteristic things could happen here going forward, but coaches will settle down their boys, get them ready to go here and finish up the game with some dignity and some class.
So league officials are running on the field to break up this skirmish, as obviously, you want to keep your head composed and keep a level head, as, there's more games to fight on, and this game does not define your season, let alone your identity as a football team or player. But with that being said, you guys got to compose yourselves. And, like Kendrick Lamar said, sit down, be humble.
Be humble. Sit down.
Be humble.
5:37 left in the game as they figure out what's going on with the bit of a skirmish we had here on the field.
I will. With that being said, I'll check to see if we have a Lions score, as I know people at home are probably curious. Still 0-0 from the last update, but they're saying halftime, so I don't think that's correct. Hawks and Owls, last time they score update was 0-0, so get some updates for you guys as we're approaching the wee hours of the fourth quarter and the AzCFL game of the week, all Spartans, as this was definitely, like I said, a one-sided event. And Cam Scroggins talking to his former team.
Yeah, definitely running his mouth, letting his presence be felt on the field. He's let up 0 catches. Although Kurt did have him on that one play where the quarterback didn't see him. But he's let up nothing today. He's played. So according to him, he's another game with 0 catches on his side of the field. So
as Armienta now throws it over the middle. Good catch. And big man's going to be in for 6. So there it is. There goes that bagel. 83. Impressive pass. Impressive catch. Impressive touchdown. That was 83.
Yeah, that was a good pitch and catch there.
Rashard Armstrong.
Good catch by Rashad. And
flexing his muscles and letting the defenders know this game is not over in his head. So with that being said, 25-6.
Really good pass there by Arnetta. It looks like the defensive back, I think it was John Finch in there playing a little bit of safety, had a chance at making the play on the ball and just was unable to do so. Great play by the big guy.
He did go for the ball, which, let the body of the receiver free, and he came in and continued it. So there goes that shutout. Obviously, you got to imagine it's a little frustrating as, they were banking on that the rest of the game.
Definitely.
But now they live for the W.
I just don't understand. You're safety, you're sitting in the middle of the field, tight end streaking right down the middle of the field. You got to be able to get a beat on that ball and make a play. So. And
the 2-point conversion is good. So now the score, 25-8. And, the band is tuning up for a comeback. Slightly. But I hear a little bit of a tune-up. So the game's not over. 5:17 left in this game. AzCFL game of the week. And this is what we're talking about. I mean, journalistically speaking, I didn't want a shutout. I live for the adventures. I live for the good game. So thank you, Phantoms, for keeping it interesting.
Yeah, definitely keeping it interesting here. I'm assuming they'll gear up here for an onside kick and give themselves a chance to get the ball back here, and they get another score up here. We got a football game. We got something to watch here to finish this game. But a great job by the fam. Like I said, there's no quitting this football team. They're going to continue to battle, and so far they're winning this second half.
Yeah, I mean, still 3 scores difference. So. Tall order, but like we were saying, you're just as good as your last game and where you where you let off. So if this team knows that they ended the game with some unanswered points and running out of time, if you will, they'll take that rather than what we originally thought we were going to see.
Yeah, momentum's momentum. I mean, you can take momentum into your next game. That's exactly what you want to do, and this is a way for them to do that. Look for an onside kick here down to the bottom of the screen. They got overloaded this side.
Just has to go 10 yards. Tate Tillman, and that goes well beyond 10 yards. But dangerous as it's still alive. The ball is still alive. And they're going to give it to the Spartans. So dangerous.
Whew.
As
they dodged a bullet there.
A scary one as that trickles anymore. That goes into the Phantoms' territory, Phantoms' hands deep into Spartans' territory. So now another player slow to get up as they're calling for the trainer. As hate to see any injuries late in the game. He's slow to get up.
Yeah, I'm trying to see a number here, see exactly what player that is. Having a hard time here standing.
I think that's 3 actually. Getting helped up now from players and coaches. Yeah, that's Kirk.
Yeah, it's like Kirk Sparks went down there, man. Hope he's okay.
Hate to see that. He's being lifted and hoisted onto the trainer, onto the cart. So, unfortunate, man. One of their power hitters getting hurt late in the game, man. When you think a game is a little bit out of grabs and kind of just want to stay and survive, see the next week. But
Phantom been fighting the injury bug all year, man. They've had guys go down and next man up mentality on that sideline. So. But most importantly, I hope Kurt's okay. If it's something serious, I hope it's not something serious, but if it is, speedy recovery. And if not, rub some ice on it, get ready for next week.
Definitely. So, hope he's staying good. I do want to catch up with Daryl, see if he's doing good.
Yeah,
he was standing up, so it looks like he's not as hurt as he was, or at least things are ironing out. But 5:08 left in this game. Spartans with the ball. They could
KD back in there.
Essentially, no, I think Scotty.
Yeah, that is Scotty. Scotty's back in there.
They said, "Hey, you scared us once. That's enough."
Yeah, that's enough.
Hand off to Key as he guns it up the middle for some good yardage.
Yeah,
and we're now in that point of, we've seen 14-minute drives. We've seen it all. So the Spartans continue to move the chains. They can continue their way into Week 9 as another Phantoms player is slow to get up, and that's knocking
looks
out.
Like Michael. Mike's down.
That's the last thing you want to see.
Definitely. Defensive captain, defensive leader, really the heart pulse of this defensive football team, and hope Mike's okay down there, man.
And he's been, ailing all game. He was.
There he goes.
There he goes.
Tough guy.
Tough guy running it off. Let it all on the field. He got sick at halftime, was throwing up in the garbage can, and was able to stick it out. So this guy is a fighter, man.
Yeah, in his last season of summer pro ball, man, he just wants to go out playing football, man. Hats off to Mike. Hope he's okay as he sits on the sideline here, trying to regain his breath and composure.
The type of insult to injury you hate to see. You're getting
definitely
beat up on the scoreboard, and then some of your top guys go down. It's the culmination of when it rains, it pours, like we said.
Definitely. Hope everyone that's gotten injured tonight is okay, and hopefully we see them on the field next week. 2x2 look pistol for the Spartans here. 1st and 10.
High snap. Scotty corrals it and now hands it off like a hot potato, and that bounced around. And Key secured it, so could have been another dangerous turn of events, but they secured it. And second down now for the Spartans.
Center's had a couple snaps get away from him here. The one with KD and then now that one with Scotty. A couple of others have gone a little higher throughout the night. He just got to get his butt down and get that snap where it needs to be so they can finish out this game the way they want to. Getting a little sloppy here towards the end here for the Spartans, which is something as a coach that you really hate to see. You want to make sure you guys finish the game as crisp as possible. You want to, you're playing the clock game here, but you want to execute the run game. So I'm sure Coach Dietrich and the gang and coaching staff over there is going to have a talk with their boys after the game about being able to finish drives and finish games.
Yeah, football being a business, like you talk about you clocking out. It's like if you worked at a restaurant, you clock out without cleaning the tables. You don't flip the chairs. You don't mop the floor.
Got to finish the job.
Right.
Got to finish the job.
So.
False start here again for the Spartans. 3 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And the Spartans are moving backwards as has been the best source of, defense for the Phantoms has been the penalties by the offense.
For sure.
But, I want to thank everybody that came out for tonight's event and made today's, like I said, full slate of football possible to all the teams, players, coaches, friends, families, significant others that have to listen to their loved ones complain or brag about their day of football. Shouts to our production team. We got Donovan, our producer. We got Matt Archer, lead commish. We got camera guy up there. I got to get his name. He's our intern, young cat. Shouts to him. Call him Ian. Shouts to you, Ian. And, of course, my guy J.R. Warner joining me. Jesse Burke. We're here. Tune in every week as we have Cactus Media X content. We got Commish's Corner. Donovan's got a show upcoming that will be airing soon. We got the Petty Sundays, I believe, is set to air. And, so just keep an eye out as the content is cooking here at Cactus Media X, AzCFL.
Like good cooking too, like a nice slow stew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with Louisiana hot sauce, as we touched on earlier.
It takes time, but it'll be good in the end. It'll be great in the end. Good cooking.
I did. That's my new move, man. I buy just a giant brisket or something at the grocery store and just slow cook it. Just let it rock.
Yeah, that's the only way to cook a brisket. You can't cook no brisket unless you're slow cooking.
You can't microwave a brisket. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't no microwave. If you find a microwave big enough to microwave a brisket, that'd be insane. But you gotta make sure you got a smoker. I ain't gonna give out all the recipes. Cause,
I don't got that. I'm not top flight.
If you don't got you gotta have a smoker if you're gonna cook a brisket. I ain't gonna brag. People that know me know I'm the brisket king.
Oh
yes.
Oh
yes.
I did not know I had competition.
No, you had competition.
Ooh, okay.
You just told me you want to put a brisket in the microwave, and we're talking about
I said you can't do that. Don't tell me what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever go over to Jesse's house, he'll have nuke brisket.
It's like a hot pocket. Hot on the outside, cold on the inside,
Ain't
baby.
no way that brisket's cooked. No way in the world.
Now, we were talking about how in Arizona you can cook on the sidewalk. I got sidewalk brisket.
Yeah, sidewalk brisket. I don't want no brisket off no sidewalk. Not no Arizona sidewalk. Ooh-wee, that dirty, dusty brisket.
It gives you personality, bro. Speaking of cooking, man, and shouts to all the teams that cooked out here, stuck to their team recipes, if you will. So.
Definitely did. Third and forever for the Spartans. Draw play here to Key.
As he's going to run into the 2-minute warning. Or, no, I think they called a timeout right before it.
Yeah, looks like they may have called a timeout right before the 2 minutes here.
So it's the warning before the 2-minute warning.
Yep. Yeah, I get it, call a timeout real quick. You also have the 2-minute warning to your advantage as well, so it gives you an extra timeout, so to speak. But fourth and long here, you can try to force try to go for a block here and force a situation where you may be able to scoop and score. That's what I'd be doing if I'm the special teams coordinator. I'm trying to pin my ears back and get after this one for sure. You definitely change the last 2 minutes of this game if you ever get a block and a score.
So, plenty of film for the Phantoms and plenty of studying they have as they're entering this week.
Plenty of defensive film for the Phantoms. I felt like felt like we saw the Phantoms defense for about 90% of this football game, taking away the third quarter, right?
How many pass attempts do you think Armiento got?
Maybe 8 or 9.
Really? The whole game?
Yeah, I think about maybe. They only had 8 total plays the first half.
Oh, true.
And then 3 of those plays were fumbles.
Right.
So, fumbles that were recovered by the defense. So, I don't think he really had many passing opportunities, but he did complete quite a bit, though. When he passed the ball, he was pretty accurate with the football, getting it out on time and that sort of thing. So, definitely some things to build on.
Yeah, that touchdown over the middle, too, was no gimme.
Yeah, not at all. And, the Phantoms defense, they didn't play well, but they definitely didn't help themselves today by all the extra penalties, extracurricular.
Skyscraper punt by Scotty. Gonna take a Phantoms bounce, though, and we'll be down right around the 31. And now we've entered the 2-minute warning with a minute 51 left as some Phantoms players are swapping helmets. It's got to be... you gotta be good friends to be able to share a helmet. I mean, that's definitely
good
sweaty.
Friends, your football players, your brothers. You do what you got to do to help the football team be successful. At the end of the day,
I got you. It's just hope my teammate has nice breath or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Recessed breath.
I guess you're more worried about dandruff.
Yeah. I mean, shouts to them having the same head size though, be able to share a helmet. I thought everything was like specifically fit to.
Some guys can
the
get away
dometry.
with it. If you adjust your chin strap right, and you can sometimes get away with wearing a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller helmet, depending.
True.
Don't want it too big though. They don't want a wobbly helmet. You'd be having concussions every weekend.
As Armenta backpedals, now scrambles right, throws it, nearly intercepted.
Almost. That was a close one for the young guy. Almost threw a pick there. Good job by the secondary for the Spartans, and standing up, doing a good job there after letting up a touchdown on the last drive.
And again, hats off to Armienta for stepping in there. Not being well known, stepping in on a what's that called, a primetime slot.
Yeah, stepping in and trying to get it done, and it's all not his fault. There were some definite miscues by the entire offense the first half, and but when he's had some time and he's had some chances, he's definitely shown that he could throw a good ball, and I think there'll be some good things to come from this kid as he goes forward in the semi-pro circuit.
So Armenta throws it complete, really good ball. And it keeps feeding his tight ends. I think that's where he's found his comfort. So.
Yeah. I mean, and the Phantom got a few good tight ends, a couple of big bodies that can make some plays over the middle of the field, and they're also good athletes, so not just big bodies, but they can make a guy miss, and they can get upfield, tough to bring down. So not a bad idea to look for those big targets out there, especially if you're him trying to come out here and solidify yourself, get the ball to big targets and see what they can do with it.
So minute 40 left in this contest, and now going for the morale boost now. As Armenta now steps in the pass, complete. He is running up the field, he's got some room, is met by a shoulder and is down. But good pass, good play, first down now, and this is the type of Phantoms offense that we were kind of looking for in the beginning.
Yeah.
Our QB is finding his rhythm, having good communication with coach, and driving down the field, and just type of thing. It's too late, too little, too late.
Yeah, I mean, and the Spartans' defense also playing a little bit more conservative, kind of letting everything underneath happen, and they were a lot more aggressive in their blitzing and their play calling a little earlier in the game. They've kind of taken their foot off the gas, so to speak, which isn't a good thing. They still want to finish out this football game. This is a big stop for them morale-wise. You don't want to leave a game giving up 2 scores on 2 different drives to end the game. So they'll be looking to get a stop here with a minute 32 left in the ball game.
And Hamilton is slow to get up, and he's gingerly running off the sideline, denying the cart.
Good play there by Hamilton, able to catch the drag route over the middle of the field and turn it into a much bigger play than designed for. He's a tough guy, though. He'll bounce right back.
So good to see that he's not hurt enough to sit on the cart, but definitely want to make sure he's healthy.
As the fake handoff, throw over the middle, batted at the line, incomplete. Nice fake out. As
Looked like that was batted down by number 3, Jonathan Finch. So safety made the mistake on the touchdown pass earlier and comes back down and says, not this time. You're not getting the tight end. So good job by John Finch making this adjustment they needed to make.
got to get something right on film, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Minute 23 left in this contest. As we want to just see this game unfold healthy and no more injuries. As with that being said, somebody jumped early. Reggie getting in the ear of Rowe.
Yeah, those two are really good friends, man. Sometimes you hear them communicating with each other. You're like, do they even like each other? But no, they're good fans. They had a great understanding of playing together for a very long time now, last few years. And, if there's anybody that can keep each other on track, it's those two helping each other stay focused and stay on track to the goal of the team.
Yeah, it was heartwarming when Reggie Jackson was suspended and Rowe rocked his jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, showing support for your fallen teammate, so to speak.
Yeah.
Regardless of the reason that he's not on the field, you still want to show support for him, show him that you care about him, show him that you're out there for him as well as the rest of your brothers.
For sure. So with that being said, 1:23 left in this game, and
the last 2 minutes of a game always the longest, right? Especially when the games are a little bit out of reach. Last 2 minutes of a basketball.
That's what the
game,
warning is. They're saying this 2 minutes is going to be long. It's the warning.
Injury time in soccer, last 2 minutes
takes
forever.
The refs want to tell you about their nights as the handoff up the middle, shy of the goal line. Going to bring up a 3rd down as they are keen on the run.
That's a good play by Reggie getting in there, making a play along with Jake Lee, number 0. Both of them coming downhill, making plays from their linebacker spots.
So we've approached the minute mark here as this game is out of reach for the Phantoms, but Armenta throws it over the middle. Had a guy incomplete, so this will be up a 4th down. Had a guy with his hand up asking for the ball. He delivered it. Got lost in translation, lost in transit, and 4th down now.
Yeah, good job by the Spartans defense, man. Did a very good job of staying on top of routes right now and trying to cut the receivers off before the ball gets there. Good job.
So 4th down now, and kind of going for broke. Period as 50 seconds left, and just trying to see kind of what where the morale is at.
Yeah, they're like I said, a very prideful football team. They want to finish this game on a high note, and they're in a position to do so right now. 4th and goal here now for the Phantom. Timeout.
So
50 seconds now here in the 4th quarter.
See if there's an update from the Lions game. We'll check the score right now, see if
0-0 last time you checked, right?
Right. So hopefully it's not still 0-0, but let's see. No, they're streaming their game live from a cell phone on their live page. So let me see. Uh, 14-0. Don't know who has 14 and who has 0.
But it is 14-0.
If I was a gambling man, I would have to say the Lions.
I don't want to guess.
But I'm not a gambling man, so I'm not going to guess.
I don't want to guess. Because if you're wrong, the other side's going to let you hear about it.
They let me hear about it regardless, so. Throws left. And was that intercepted?
Yeah, that play was intercepted by number 20, DeRolling Reeves. Great play by Rowe on the out route, jumping the out route, getting a big interception.
Or did they stop him short of the goal line? What do they call him? Intercepted.
Yeah, interception.
So
Either way, it was short of the goal line.
Row your boat, bro.
Either way, it was short of the goal line. So, great play there by the Spartans defense.
Very symbolic as
Roe Reeves.
They intercepted that play, intercepted the game, man. They just took the Saturday night spotlight away from the Phantoms.
Yeah.
All Spartans tonight.
Yeah, and you know, in a way, sort of a fitting ending to the way this game has gone. You know what I mean? Spartans have definitely played. Make no mistakes about it. They played great football tonight, and the Phantom haven't. So Phantom will go back to the drawing board and try to figure out some things going forward, how they can clean this up as they enter into the playoffs. And Spartans do exactly what they wanted to do, get a big win here against the Phantom. Now
Victory formation.
Get out of this game and move forward to next week.
Yeah, definitely excited to see who they have and who we have for game of the week. As a delayed knee by Scotty. As this clock is gonna. Let's see. As the Spartans are letting their confidence grow on the sideline.
Yep.
They're coming together, dancing, feeling good. The Phantoms, on the other hand, hands on hips, confused, just kind of left for a loss tonight.
So on another note, you know, good win for the Spartans, but they managed to get this win without a key receiver out there, Billy. She was just in there for holding duties today. So they got a win. They managed to rest one of their star guys, and they move forward in their season. Big win for the Spartans.
And with that being said, we have come to a conclusion in tonight's event. The Arizona Spartans all over the Phoenix Phantoms, 25-8, as the players meet at midfield for the ceremonial handshake. Sportsmanship, love to see it. Again, Arizona Spartans now 5-3 on the season, matching the Phantoms 5-3, as we're entering the playoff picture very congested, as you will.
Yeah.
So for those tuned in tonight, thank you. We have a final score of 25-8 to all the other teams that won tonight, including the Roll Tide, the Silverbacks, the Demons, the Outlaws, the Reapers, Hawks, and Owls playing the Hawks and Owls playing will get you a score eventually. Lions and Bucks playing will get you a score eventually. For J.R. Warner, Jesse Burke, AzCFL Cactus Football League Game of the Week is in the books, and we're about to hit the film room for next week. So tune in for all of Cactus Media X content. AzCFL Game of the Week, signing off.
Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Cactus Media X or Arizona Cactus Football League's consent is prohibited.